Go.
What?
Fuck, stop talking, you peasants! Good evening, hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of
My immersion.
We Feel. We fear. I'm feeling annoyed. Can we just fade to black, please? Like, can we try again?
Smooth. Right, let's try again. Right, here we go.
The
Right.
shadows we feel.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so 3, 2,
Yep.
1.
Hi there, hello, good evening, and welcome back to Immersive Realms, and tonight's episode of The Shadows We Fear.
Nailed it.
I'm your oh so gracious host, Matt with Power, aka Chef, aka with Matt, and I will be taking you through this journey to this evening alongside my lovely players. Hello, lovely players.
Hello, lovely players.
Bless you guys. So, this is also our normal Friday game of my homebrew campaign, The Shadows We Fear. Andy, is there any announcements this week?
No announcements this week. Just the fact that everything will be just going as normal just now. Like I said, World of Verzia will not be back until we put a wee announcement in the Discord. So as you can see by our lovely community manager has already put in the Discord, Linktree, and go and find all the links in there to join us on our social medias and our Discord. But hopefully with everything that's kind of going on, we will be kicking up things and more kind of events for the community as well soon. But that will be stuff that will be discussed in the Discord itself. So yeah. But you?
Exclusive news in the Discords that aren't on Twitch. Come hang out, say hi, introduce yourself, share your passions, be a community. Ape together strong.
Find our memes let loose, unleashed on your internet.
Let our beloved Kilo skirt burn your eyes.
I've been told not to.
Very strong lead.
Putting me in charge of HR was a mistake.
So he's now no longer in charge of HR. We tried to remove him, however, his throne's too high. And I've got tiny legs.
I put myself on a pedestal.
And I refuse to come down. But, ignoring all that bullshit I need to deal with in the real world, let's jump into this fictional world of the shadows that we fear. You can use it that way if you wish to. So, last we left off, our party had left the war camp set up in the wake of a upcoming civil war between the Creed of Creation itself, as the Sanctorians prepare for battle, unfortunately, and the kingdom itself of Pavmar braces for a war that it wasn't really prepared for nor wanted with a secret organization. But you guys volunteered for more interesting matters. A dragon door up to the north in the mountains, where it is rumored the first dragon lay, and a dragon from the Shadowfell, a spider dragon, and one that was harassing the place of Castormes has disappeared off to. You guys have been quested to go find this door and what lays beneath, or at the very least stop the spider dragon doing whatever it may wish to. And that is where we find our party, not at the door, but deep in the mountains. You trekked your way up the hills on your first day of travel, were set upon by a ambush of two elemental stone scorpions, which you did do battle with and dispatched them fairly easily, before they started to rearrange themselves back together again. But not before Caranthir swiped up a loose stone, and in the night, a tiny little rock scorpion he found inside his pocket, which I don't believe we've officially named, but currently Da Vinci gets thrown around.
Leonardo da Vinci.
I'm sorry. But you
Use his
guys
government name.
took up watch in your new magical tent provided to you by your friend and colleague, Emmerich, which lets you have your own individual rooms of privacy and rest, and hopefully safe. Watches were taken. You believe everything to be safe and sound as dawn breaks, with Elleril, our party's rogue, looking out over the rising sun to see the destination, two large mountain peaks, the tallest in the realm, being silhouetted by the morning sun. And that's where we pick up our party, as you all wake up, completing a long rest, so regaining all that good stuff. Good morning. What would you like to do?
Presumably carry on. We're here.
Yeah, just taking in the sights as everyone's getting up and getting ready, and then helping pack away our tent, get moving.
Fantastic. Excuse me. So you'll disassemble the tent, and I believe Falcoris is carrying it these days, unless obviously someone else wants to take reign of that. And you start plotting a course and getting ready for the day's journey. So, as we did last time, I would like one of my party members to please roll me a d20.
I done it last time. Somebody else can do it.
Fair enough.
Go on, Ghost.
Okay, D20.
Just a d20 and tell me the roll, no modifiers.
17.
17. And a d4 for me, please. And no. Yeah, d4, sorry.
1.
1. You guys begin to make progress throughout the day. And you go, starting off your journey, going down the mountains, and then going up and down, trying to be as clever as you can. There's no path up here anymore. You are proper tracking it with nothing to guide you per se that's been man-made or otherwise. With that roll, around about midday, you begin to see the clouds that have been always overcast since you started this journey, but that light white color and grey begin to darken, and the light levels dim. And sure enough, eventually, a storm rolls over. The wind buffers you, the rain batters you. You're soaked, you're cold, you're miserable. And with the difficulty of the elements taking a toll on your body, it does slow your progress down for this day's worth of travel. But no dangers present themselves upon you.
Interesting. I was expecting an enemy. That means dragons are afoot.
Yes, there is a blue dragon creating a storm above you as we speak. That's exactly
There's
what it is.
no way a dragon will be in the area for heading towards the dragon door, correct?
The dragon door, no dragons.
Why would there be dragons?
Of course not. Yeah,
The
at least
dragon
like,
door.
place to find
It's just the
dragons.
name. It's like mountain chicken is just a frog. Anyway. You guys, if there's nothing else you
I'm
want
going,
to do this
I'm
day,
going frog clubbing later.
you make it to a campsite. Well, when you set up, the tent is erected as per the norm. Are we going to bother with watches, or oop, Joel? I see a
No.
finger up for attention.
No,
I thought you had
no.
a hand up.
No, that was just me. No.
Is it because I said erect? You fucking
Yes.
little.
He is.
The tent is. Are we doing?
Sorry.
watches?
Yes, I will take a watch sometime during the night, whether it's first, second, or third.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'll also take a watch.
Joel will not be taking a watch.
Okay,
Great.
2 nights in a row. Beautiful.
I can take a watch.
Joel's
enough.
fully confident in the security of the
Yeah.
tent that he was told he was fine with.
So we have Falcoris, Elleril, and Canther each taking a watch. So, who's doing first, let's say, out of these three?
I'll go first. Well, of course, I'll go first.
First, Falcoris, perfect. If you wouldn't mind rolling a perception check,
I've already done
please.
it. 11.
Fantastic.
Not great.
11. The
Considering
storm,
Perception.
yeah, the storm persists, and as the light fades away, you're having a hard time, the wind battering your eyes and just the weather. You're having a hard time seeing too far out past your camp surroundings. Nothing happens. You believe it to be okay, but you and yourself within 11 know that you're not being as perceptive as normal, but you do the best you can with what you've got.
Okay.
But your watch comes to its end.
Who's taking next watch?
I'll probably take a second.
Okay, so I'll wake up. I'll wake up Elril.
You go knock on his room, and if the door opens, but you open it yourself, or Failure opens, you can see again the elaborate bedroom that he's constructed in his mind that Emmerich brought to life. The books that line the walls, the lovely comfy bed, brass bathtub in the back. The prince's bedroom.
Fire still going and everything.
Fucking hell. You've kind
Yeah,
of
each other's rooms. That's a good point, actually.
Jesus Christ. He's made you Oh no, not him again. Fuck. You better not be in this tent.
Didn't realize it was there.
He comes bursting out the bathtub and just runs out the door.
As he runs by.
Elril, you here?
Get it!
Come on.
Yeah. It's, yeah. I suppose it's my turn for the watch.
Be careful out there. Storm is coming in, and I couldn't see much. I'm just cautious about what's out there.
Well, I'll probably just stick by the door to the tent there.
Mm-hmm. If there is
Let's see if I see
anything,
anything.
don't try and investigate. Just wake us all up.
Yeah. Okay, I'll
Nice
Go
room,
into
by the
the-
way.
thank you.
And I'll shut the door behind me as I'm going, like, and then I'll kind of look back, like, fucking hell, that's luxury in there. Why didn't I not do that? And then go in my room.
Crawl in your simple wooden cot that creaks and groans underneath you.
Don't worry, listen, we know a carpenter for that. We know someone who can fix that.
But yes, Elero, you go outside, and as Falcoris warned you, and as you knew before you went to bed or your trance, whatever you might have done, the second you open the tent door, a heavy wind pushes your hair back, and again you have to shut your eyes, and it's gonna be a miserable couple of hours. But you plop yourself down in front of the tent and make a perception check for me, please.
Can I also, while I'm on the watch, use my Mask of the Wild and just try and blend in to the rain that's kind of going on? Just
Sure.
be a little bit stealthy while I'm doing my
You
watch.
can try. Let's let you make an additional stealth check then.
Okay, so I'll do perception first.
Cool, thank you.
Not good.
Beautiful,
That's an 8.
fantastic. You see everything.
Great, excellent. And stealth is a 27.
27. You believe using this mask and your natural stealthy talents anyway. You feel confident that you are not going to be seen. However, your ability to see is questioned in this wind and rain that buffets against you. At one point during the night, you think you hear something to the rear of the side of the tent, but as you sort of, if you care to shimmy your way around, you don't see anything. It sounds like rocks falling or, the rocks being disturbed, but you don't see anything by your tent. And you're not careless. You wait for a few seconds, maybe a minute or two, just to see if anything changes. Nothing does after that sound. You've come to investigate.
So I suppose at the end of my watch, I'll then just go wake up Calanthea and
As
go
Calanthea
fill
opens
him in.
As Calanthea opens his tent flap and you are standing by the door, a waft of snow covers your feet, and out steps Calanthea from a very chilly room.
Very
So-
refreshed.
Probably better weather outside.
Nothing wrong with snow.
I heard something outside, but I imagine it's just maybe a bit of a landslide or rocks falling out of the weather. Nothing interesting to report, at least.
Have you ever heard a landslide?
No, I don't go outside.
I'm going to assume then that it probably wasn't a landslide and something much smaller that you're generally worried about then. But okay, fair enough.
Noise. So you change places again, Calanthea. You step outside, and your fur-soaked body immediately becomes that matted cat just out the shower sort of look. And I need you to roll a perception check for me, please. And again, if you want to use your ears over this, you may.
Thank you.
It was the expectant look there, make a perception check.
Okay, that was a 19.
19. Being wise and not using your eyes, you have a better time perceiving the camp than your compatriots who took watch prior. Not that you're aware, obviously, about their struggles in the wind and rain.
Fair.
Again, it takes you a second to adjust to hearing past the storm, but you do. When you just close your eyes, you're used to... This is bad weather, but you're used to much worse when the wind isn't just wet, but it's freezing, and there's hail, and there's genuine pain being in a storm up north. This is not pleasant by any means, but you've been through worse in natural weather phenomena back in Southbun. And so easily, with time, your ears adjust to hear past the storm. And nothing happens, to the best of your knowledge. You don't watch the sunrise as morning creeps, but you do see the overall light levels increase as the storms above block out the actual sunrise from view. At some point during the night, you feel pinchy in your pocket, get a little bit uneasy. And as you take him out, you can see that he's trying to cover his little head with his claws and tail. Like, claws doing that, tail's doing that as well, as he's trying to shelter his body from the wind and the rain.
Okay, Calanthe will just kind of cup him then in a little shelter, essentially.
And as
Big hands over.
Yeah, and as you cup him, it does take a second for, well, not really, like a good few minutes probably before the rock creature in your hand sort of unfurls itself, and then almost like very like cat or dog like begins to shuffle in your hair and try and get comfortable as it rests its belly against your hand.
I have a pet. I'm very happy about it.
Little Da Vinci's.
Calanthe have toe beans.
I suppose so, yeah.
What else would
technically
Caligore
speaking,
like?
I suppose you would have toe beans. Excuse me?
Moving past that comment. very
Don't
swiftly.
touch that with a mile football.
HR.
Yeah, sorry. I'll flag myself.
Go give yourself a citation, please.
That is offside.
But you all begin to wake up. Apart from one of your party, who doesn't wake up this moment.
Here we go.
Falcoris, can I get a wisdom saving throw, please?
Never mind, I'm safe. Fuck you.
Okay, wasn't expecting me for sure. What
No
is
one
my
expects a
wisdom?
Spanish Inquisition.
Oh shit, my savings throw is really fucking good for him.
Nice.
That's a 17.
17. As you dream, you... Oops. Sorry, not my headphones out there. As you dream, you find yourself unintentionally, you're not aware about this, but you're laying in. As your party's coming to out their own rooms and getting breakfast sorted, it takes a second for you guys to realize that Falcoris is normally up by now. And as you sort of look over to his room, the door is shut. And for you, Falcoris, what you're going through, you were dreaming. And you find yourself in another plane, another place you're not too sure, whatever realm this dream might have taken you through to. And you can feel them. You can feel their eyes. You can feel their breath near. You can feel their hunger growing ever closer. Your heart elevates. Your breathing becomes more rapid. You begin to sweat. You feel yourself having the onsets of a panic attack or something to that degree. You feel yourself begin to get worked up. You see flashes, you see bodies around, bodies you know, people and faces you don't want to see this way, but there they are before you. If not but for a millisecond, but they're there burned in your brain all the same. Before this tsunami of emotions washes over you, all of a sudden you feel... It's almost like a snap of reality. And you blink and you find yourself on a mountainside. But everything's been grayscaled and monotoned. And you realize that you're in a little, what you call incrop, you know, like an indent in the mountains sort of thing, a natural shelter. And you recognize this. You recognize this is this place where Calypso died. That little mountainside in the Shadowfell. And you can just... Even though you feel yourself in the Shadowfell, you just feel peace. As the wind just rolls over, this cool breeze that, yeah, throws dust and grit at you, but it's no worse than you've fared before. And you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you look over and you can see her. You know, all her natural form standing there, and puts her hand on your shoulder, sweating herself. I've got you. Hi.
What's happening?
You were just having a nightmare, so I took you away. And this is the last place I was thinking of, so it's just wound up here.
Alright. Well, thank you.
Are you okay? You feel your heart still beating, but you obviously let you decide.
I have to be, Lucia. I have to be okay.
See her brow sort of furrows. Why? Why'd you have to be?
Because if I fall apart, then everything else does.
If you think so.
One day I'll deal with this when I'm older. But right now, that has to get out my mind. It happened. Just need to try and not forget it, but deal with it, accept it. Yeah.
That's. I mean, sure. I'll let you go because I think it's time for you to wake up. But
Oh,
when was the last time you cried, Falcoris?
to be honest with you, I don't even think I even cried when I found out what happened.
Her hand leaves your shoulder, and as her hand leaves your shoulder, it's almost like the tunnel vision or the image before you begins to crumble and fade. And she looks back at you. You should try it sometime. Might be good for you. Before you... and you find yourself in your cot. And you do feel there's like a light bead of sweat that on your back. Your pillow's slightly wet from it, but... yeah.
I'll just, like, move to get up, stretch a little, and just in my head think, I'll cry when I want to, Lucia. Oh.
There's no response.
Alright, be quiet. And I guess, I've got a dragon to find. Well, a dragon's door. Pick up my gear, summon a sword, make sure it's still there, and then
Still there.
de-summon it, and then walk out the door and meet the others.
Nice. And as you walk out the door, you see all your friends before you and Joel are having breakfast in the main living bit.
I exist. Deal with it.
Yeah, not as a friend.
I'm a work colleague.
It's
Morning.
acquaintance.
Lovely.
Oh, I didn't even realise the time. Yeah. Surprised none of you have woken me. But,
Well,
anything,
we can't get into your room
just
unless
chat,
you let us.
you know? Yeah, I know you're not of these places, Canthea, but you can just chap a door, just knock on it. But,
If anything, I think I'm at home than more. I think I'm the most at home in the tent than any of you.
yeah, but it doesn't have doors, your tents, does it? You can chap.
We have front doors to our tents.
What, the proper wooden door to your tent?
Not everyone's tent, but the
no,
the
but
tent does.
you get a door of cloth. You're going to have to catch up to my culture, otherwise, you're going to have a big shock when we get to Southbourne.
I mean, I would be shocked if I seen a wooden door in the front of a tent that's not magical, but... fair.
We will see.
Anything happened during the night?
Not during my watch, no.
Okay, I could see. Rain.
Yeah. Well, we've got this dragon's door to find. Hopefully we're close.
What do we intend to do when we find it?
Good question, actually.
Let's go to a list.
Look
see
at
if
it,
that's where the
make sure
dragon's
it's
been
there, and then
Well,
fight several dragons on our own.
we need to find out what
No.
the dragons are up to. Some dragons you can talk to, from what I've heard anyway. But we need to find out what they're up to, especially because that one from the Shadowfell went there. Well, we think it did. It could be pivotal.
When we find dragons, I'll be happy to hide behind a rock while you go and have a talk to them and see what happens.
That's fine. But we need to try and find out what's going on. We can't have them spring a surprise while everything else is happening.
Dragons are intelligent creatures, no?
Yeah.
Very. Some of them, you don't notice as common ground. Some are more intelligent than others, and that is based on the color of the dragon. For example, white dragons are far more territorial and more that I am the predator, you are the prey. Red dragons can be a bit more intelligent and recognize themselves as beings who like to hoard gold, know how to do it by getting their own minions to do it for them. It depends on the dragon, dictates the intelligence or instincts of, we'll say.
Matthew,
Ghost.
I don't know if this is the appropriate thing, but would you indulge me in an insight check to see if I can place the Shadowfell dragons, see if they're comparable in behavior to any of our dragons?
I wouldn't say insight, no. I would
Okay.
say if you wanted to, you could either one of two, either history or religion. But this would be, I will warn you, quite a high DC.
Okay, I'll go history. It's my jam. Plus, he pretended to roll anything.
Fantastic. Just dragon mate in it.
Yeah.
Not native here. Cool.
Wings.
In it.
Could be a bird.
Could be a plane.
Fox plane.
Oh Jesus.
Jesus.
Is he back again?
Breakfast table. You see someone touch your knees as he runs out.
You fuck off.
He just sprints through in his toga or whatever he wears.
How did he ever find the passphrase?
Why is he always carrying that cross around with him?
Who is he?
He's
If he doesn't stop running, I'm going to nail him to that thing.
I'm moving on.
That's how and that's how Lorenthal was introduced to Christianity.
And that's how the Romans got here. Joel founded Rome. He called it Jome.
That somewhat tracks.
It's all Jover now.
My Romans.
But you guys have a nice breakfast of whatever supplies you have. Joel's crock pot probably comes into use at some point. I'm assuming we have that for a reason. But you begin to set up on your journey. Now, the weather, you can see the storm has lightened. The buffeting winds have eased but are still present, but the rain is still pouring hard.
It's up and
See, for context, Matt, where are we on the map?
Oh, you are. Let me get the map pulled up here because I don't actually have that in front of me. So you're heading to the mountains. Where the fuck did I say the mountain was again? It was above the monastery, basically.
Okay, we went past the monastery on our way up here, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. So obviously, from your position here, you can see the mountains on that one. Now you're slightly going off map at this point, so it's hard for me to exactly pinpoint
Okay.
where you would be. But for more accuracy, or for more like, you know, what would be useful to you then, looking at where your position is, and this morning before you can see them, you have to climb another hill or mountain to see where you are. And you reckon the storm probably took about a half day off your journey that you were slow from yesterday. So guesstimating, provided nothing else slows you down, you're maybe looking at a day and a half trek to where you to your destination is, to get the base of that mountain.
Not too
Well,
bad then.
With that, I will
Awesome.
need another d20. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Kilgrim.
No, I was just going to say we shouldn't waste the day and usher us along, to be honest.
Fantastic, thank you. Sorry about that.
No, no.
So, I will like another person to roll a d20, please.
Who's
Probably one that
taking
hasn't
a
rolled
bid?
before. Let's make it fun.
I can do
There
it.
goes Anna.
Fuck it. Why not?
Cool. Count there. Roll me a 20.
That was a 13.
13.
lucky number 13. Lucky number 13.
You
You wish.
trek. You go up and down, along, around, and at one point today, maybe about, probably getting later in the day at this point, maybe about, well, late for walking after a day of hiking, your legs getting tired, and you find a dirt track road that leads north and south. And you decide for a while you can take this road in a more northerly direction, and looking at where it bends, it should be comfortable on your feet for a short while at the very least. A path well trodden. And like I said, it's not paved, maintained, or anything. It's just you can see where the dirt's been more compact into a definite road of some description, or path I should say, really. You decide to take this path northward, following along for a short minute or time. But as you're walking along, you begin to see in the distance figures coming towards you.
Cult.
What kind of figures?
Make a perception check.
Hang on, no one judge me. I've got to crawl across the bed to get my dice. Hang on.
Judge is exceptionally hard that he wasn't ready for fucking. Oh my god, look at the mirror. Did you see that
It was
shit?
fucking acrobatic, man. He's got a dex of like plus 10. The fuck? You see
Wait,
that?
can someone clip that, please? That was fucking beautiful.
I'm
I
gonna.
want to like, can we clip like
I'm clubbing it.
Joel Sprint or whatever, Joel Leach.
Joel Sprint.
I'm sort of wedged in the corner here.
See the way you flew over your bed there, mate? That was gorgeous.
Oh, it's my fez.
The way you jumped over the bed, that's what I'm saying when you went to...
That was two very different answers.
It's my fez.
My wets. Anyway,
My wets, please, sir.
Oh.
My wet.
perception check, please, Joel.
Okay. Listen, Matthew, some of us are just more athletic than the others in this family.
That's
And
fair.
you are, unfortunately, on the side that isn't.
I am the others.
Where is my perception? +5. It's a nat 1.
Keep in it.
Something moving.
Coming towards you seems to be about 6, 7 of them, maybe. Could be a bit more, but just people coming towards you.
Okay. I'll loosely point.
Everyone else see the-
I'd say for this first one, Joel was at the front, hence we made the check
Yeah.
first. We'll say as he's like taking a second to walk forward. And as do you relay that you see people, Joel, or do you not?
I'll point and say people.
I'll summon a sword.
Sure enough, you see
Right.
it's pointed. You can see people ahead of you.
Can I just dip in off the road, maybe like hiding at the side?
Sure. Are you actively making a stealth check, or are you?
Yes, please, if you would
Please do.
indulge me.
Absolutely, I'll indulge you all day long.
26.
You feel confident that you might be out of sight. You sort of dip into the valley, and there's some loose shrubbery next to you. Sort of like hide yourself behind it, and stay low, and stay quiet.
Joel will turn to face the bush. Pussy.
Joel says, "Pussy at the wrong bush. Your stealth's that high." That was the first bush you hid behind. Sweet Joel.
Of
Throw a
course,
rock at him from the other bush.
From the other side of the path, which is the concerning bit.
of course, we'll step up
Yeah.
to the front with the sword in show, but like down at my side.
Mm-hmm.
And as the figures approach, once I know they're in kind of range of like voices, who goes there? Who are you?
The figures all stop, and you can see. You can't hear, but you can see them begin to with each other.
I don't like this. I would say this in a low enough voice that the others can hear. I don't like this. Anybody up this far? Probably not good
Of
news.
course, can you make a fresh perception check for me, please? As you're now, as these figures stops, and you maybe have a chance.
That's a 19. I'll say
You
it.
take that second till they call out, and then you see them looking at each other. And then them being still, you get a second to look at them and see maybe what Joel missed. There's definitely 6 of them. Naturally larger in build, wearing rudimentary armor that looks like some of it's been made by leathers and animal hides, some metal banding stripped randomly together, weapons that match. You see what looks like the two of the larger figures are grey-skinned, heavily tattooed, completely bald.
Thunderbrands?
Yeah,
perhaps?
looks like it.
Yeah, as soon as I start seeing those details,
I mean,
I'll call out
they're
Thunderbrands.
around here.
Be careful. I'll call out like aimed at something directional. I don't know what the fuck he is at the moment, but
Once again, the wrong bush kill goes back on the other side of the track now.
Hell no.
Killigorm's like in the party that you look, there's now 7 people facing you. He's a sleeper agent.
You see them draw their weapons. They don't advance yet, but you see them draw a weapon.
We
And again,
can-
you can see a mix of swords, hammers, and other just
we can
rudimentary
talk this
things.
out. There's no need for bloodshed.
One of the figures steps forward. Again, what's the one with the glass? A large, hulking figure. And who goes there?
You didn't ask my. You didn't answer my question first.
Well, me and my kind go without saying up here. Thunderbrand Warhammers. Thunderbrand fucking people. Thunderbrand Warriors, sorry.
Thunderbrand Warriors. Okay.
Thank you. I
No
don't know
problem.
why I said Warhammer. Brilliant
It's
game
alright.
into it lately.
Wait, I've never played it before, but Maybe I'll
Don't
try it one
start.
time.
It's a fucking death trap.
Alright, okay. Anyway, back to manly stuff. I'm Falcora Silren. This is the Twilight Company behind me.
What brings you up into our territory, Falcora Silren?
We're passing through. We're trying to find a certain area within the mountains. We don't want no trouble. Just passing through. No need for bloodshed.
You hear this, boys? This one wants peace, and you hear like a couple of low chuckles. Alright, Mr. Zilrin. We'll let you go. But you gotta pay a toll first.
How much the going rate these days?
What you got?
It depends. You're the one that's saying there's a toll, so there must be something
mean-
already there.
Gold's a bit useless up here, we just take that, so we'll take anything useful. Any good weapons, armor,
Alright.
artifacts.
How about my
sounds
sword
good.
then? I'll present him my sword.
Come closer, let me see that.
I'll let him...
Are you going to him?
Yeah, I'll start walking towards him and put the sword
He
out and...
slowly meets you loosely in the middle between the two parties. The rest of you, are you guys doing anything whilst Falcoris approaches and puts the sword on the floor?
Sort of getting ready, sort of standing at the front.
Yeah. I'm positioning myself kind of around them.
Oh, you're in bush number 17 at this point. Keep track of that.
Okay. Okay, great. It's going to be a whacking elf in a second.
Can I join in?
The large figure leans over and picks up the sword, and again, his hand almost covers the whole hilt, and he sort of swings it around a little bit.
It's that complete black esque now.
Okay.
The light doesn't shine off too much of it. You know, light doesn't really shine off it. It's still got that kind of melted look, that kind of like distorted, warped blade look. He could, if he's good at identifying weapons, he would know what it used to be an elven longsword. But
We'll roll for that, shall we? Brilliant. Oh, shit. Where'd you get it?
it was mine until a bit of a fight back in the day. I was a part of the Riptide Defenders, so me and you technically are sworn enemies, but right now I don't give a fuck about that. But I'm willing to part with this if you let us pass.
And does it do anything, or is it just sentimental value?
Oh, it can do things.
Like what?
It's also sentimental value as well. Well, you can summon the power of it. You'll have to sit with it for a little bit. But you can summon the power of this, and I'll conjure one Eldritch Blast to the side.
Just shoots off a rock in the distance. You can see the glass smile slightly. Make a persuasion check.
That is my persuasion.
What if we found the one Thunderbrand Warlock there is?
That's a
Thunderbrock.
that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah. You're alright. I think this will do.
Pleasure doing business
Hey.
then.
Puts it. He goes to put it in his back and realizes he has got like a sword sheath, so he just holds it. On you go.
Oh,
There's
Stand
another
back.
patrol
mm-hmm.
down the road that way. You might want to get off the road before then, or pay another fine, if they're feeling generous. Bit of free information for you.
Appreciate it. You're one of the good ones, I guess.
Don't push me.
Come on then. I'll shout to the rest of them.
He's been bamboozled.
Yeah.
You all close the gap. And then they all just step to the side. You can see the few of them are sort of talking to each other, and as you guys are passing, you should just hear, we could fucking take it, we can kill these ones. But the large glass that you were dealing with, just arms folded, when someone says that, smacks in the back of the head, and you watch a tooth fly out, and he just watches you pass.
I'll
Without
keep
word.
walking, and we'll keep walking for a mile, 2 miles, however, and then summon the sword back to myself.
In the distance, you hear, Like very much Anakin becoming Luke Vader.
Luke
Darth
Vader.
Close enough.
Good God. It's his final form.
I am struggle tonight. But yeah, the rest of the night is yours. You find, again, as advised, you leave the road before you encounter another patrol, as you might have been warned about, and find another camping spot.
This time when we do see another patrol, we'll kind of probably dip to the side, avoid them, let them pass, and then we'll move on.
Okay,
As if
fantastic.
everybody
If that
will.
requires a stealth check, we're fucked, I'm afraid.
Well, say for the sake of brevity, it's fine. You were warned in advance, and you sort of know that when to expect it and time it, and so you can get properly hidden in position before that happens.
That's
for the sake
alright
of
then.
brevity. But again, tent is set. Can I get some? If anyone's doing perception checks, can I get some?
Probably doing another watch.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll take another as well.
Ooh, that's 23.
Falco, again, Joe getting 3 nights good sleep. Beautiful.
Suppose.
He
He
just-
needs it for that stone slab he sleeps on.
It's not a boulder, it's a rock.
So I got Falcoris and Caligorm. Am I getting Lavender or Calanthe for the same one, or?
I got that 20 for 26.
I guess Calanthe will take the night off.
Cool. So we got Lavender, Falcoris, and Caligorm. Are we doing the same watch orders with Calanthe? Nope. Sorry. Fuck. Falcoris, Caligorm, then Lavender, or mix and match? Personal preferences.
I'll go first again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind taking them. I don't need that much sleep.
No worries. So Falcoris, you said you got 20. What? Sorry.
3.
23. The night goes uneventful, and you can't help yourself smiling and laughing to yourself, just thinking about the one thing you wish you saw today was look at that Goliath's face when the sword disappeared from his hand. Knowing he didn't have a sheath, and he would have been very obvious that it disappeared from him. You do wish you could have saw that, but you did good. The rain eases and the wind dies down as your watch comes to an end. Not completely, but enough to be more manageable.
Finally, fucking hell. Right. Who was it again? As I'll get up off my little perch. And then I'll go into the room. Who was it? Fucking shit. I think it was Elro. I'll just knock on his door again. Right, you. Time to get up. You'll be thankful. The rain's gone.
Oh, good. I have to say, it was nice coming into a warm fire. You should really speak to Emmerich to get one of those yours.
Oh, apparently I'm fucked up. I thought what he gave me was... I didn't realise I could go for a life of luxury as I looked past the door that he's just coming out of.
You see the large double king-size bed story that's got ruffled up fluffy pillows, reading areas galore. And you, as you go through, you can see the bathtub's got steaming hot water in it right now. And you see like a hanging drying towel on the rail.
Barry White CD on the wall.
A bit of hand on Falcor's the shoulder, just, oh. My friend, you have not seen luxury. Until we get back to
I thought you gave it up. I thought you were becoming a street bomb and I'll slightly fucking like push him and shut his own door.
I lived in a sewer for so long. I'm enjoying this and I will not let you shame me on that.
Alright, Prince.
Right now.
Not all of us are born into luxury, and I'll open my door and go in and shut it.
Caligorm, you peer through the door very, very quickly, and you see the hovel that Falcoris has made himself.
It's weird though. Like, this is the first time you've seen it. You see like a half-coloured, half-monochrome room.
And probably again, you see the dominant thing in the room being the Mirage Unit banner that moves on its own as if there was a breeze, and like the walls, you see again the 50-50 monochrome to color.
Oh, he could have asked for whatever he wanted. Who am I to judge?
I'm colourblind, alright? Shut the fuck up.
I forgot about that insane perception.
Yep. So what was your perception check, sorry?
I rolled a nat 20 for
Beautiful.
26 total.
26. You're making up for last night's shenanigans. You are alert. You are on edge. You're karate chopping the air at every given thing that passes by. And you feel, at the end of your watch, safe, secure, and definitely sound. Your camp has been uninvaded by unwanted guests. You go chap on Lavender's door with nice little raspy knuckles. And Lavender comes out, and again, as you look through Lavender's door, you can see that grassland forest environment that she's now been calling home. You can see as you peer through, Brownie is in like a willow weaved shelter with thick hay bedding and loudly snoring, as bears might often do, under it.
Looks peaceful.
Thank you.
Nothing to report for the watch.
Perfect. You make your way outside Lavender, and can I get a perception check from you, please?
Can get.
Take your time.
Ooh,
Damn PDF's not working again.
ooh, that's. That's. Oh, I've got pretty high. That was 12.
12. You. Sorry, take your time. Excuse me. And sit down and begin just relax, unwind. You've had a good sleep. Your feet are tired from all the walking and the hiking, and now and again you do have to just find yourself massaging your calves, so the sole of your feet, just to try and get the blood flowing again there. And even with a 12, at some point during probably the start of your watch, actually, not too long into it, we're talking 10 minutes or so into your watch, in the distance you swear you hear a roar. Now, you being your background, that sort of stuff, and knowing that this is an echo you're hearing that's reverberating off the canyon walls and the mountaintops, but you hear a very, very faint roar, but nothing thereafter. Can I get you to make with that a nature check, please? Or survival, whichever one you choose, actually, I'd say.
Okay. That's a 12 as well.
Perfect.
Been great today.
In the darkness of the night, you can't see any landmarks around, where that cell may have come from to identify it came from that hill, whatever. So what you do and what you've done beforehand in similar situations back in the woods, you leave a marker pointing in the direction of where the sound comes from. So you get one of your arrows, you lay it on the ground flat with the head of the arrow pointing to loosely where you think the sound may have came from in amongst the echoing. The rest of your night passes uneventfully. And as, again, dawn begins to break, you look at your arrow and look up in the distance. And the two large peaks are where the arrow points towards. Pick up the arrow, quiver it, sheath it, whatever you want to call when you put an arrow away. And go back in, and you see the others start to wake up one by one for their morning breakfast. As per the usual, it's best time to have it. And again, the day is yours.
When I go in, I will just let the others know what I heard.
Lavender takes time to inform me that she heard a roar coming from the mountain peaks to where you're heading to.
You think you can lead us in that direction, Lavender?
Could I?
You feel confident. You feel confident that you could do.
Could.
Seems we have a head.
And I will go and wake up the bear in the.
You wake up the bear, so you gently lean over to Brownie, get money. Brownie. The bear. From up in the tree, in the warm bird box, the bird flies down. You okay,
Fucking hell.
Brownie?
I love how your mic cut out because you hit the natural top gate that there is in Discord. You can't change that.
Fair enough.
Oh, brilliant.
But the party united, you disassemble, pack up, and push forward. Can I get another 20 from either Joel or Lavender?
I'll roll.
God, it's so
It's
fucking
an at
hard
one.
working, so- Fantastic.
That's 2 in a
We
row.
cannot let him do that. We cannot
too
let him
late.
roll
He's gonna get-
anymore.
He's
Oh.
gonna get swallowed by a dragon.
I
He
guess
is-
we're about to meet our first dragon.
Uh,
First
so
player
that's
death
Joel out
as
the
well.
campaign. I'll see you guys next year.
You all begin to push through and make your way alongside. Again, following Lavender's lead at this point, Lavender taking a more frontal position, leading the group towards where she believes this roar came from in the night. As you guys are beginning to descend at one point during the day, a pretty steep mountain slope, you can see loose, scree rocks, and it's making for unfortunate, treacherous footing. You all begin to make your way down, though, carefully, steadily, not rushing, taking your time. Can I get everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, please, to see how you make your way down this rocky face?
I'll be a fucking that one.
Oh, dexterity save throw. Ooh.
It's not good for me. Actually, no,
Wait,
I
did you
got
have
plus 2 to
three
that.
nat ones in a row?
Oh no, that's not great. Well,
Did Liz just say you had another nat one?
No. I'm saying it's not
Oh,
good
okay.
for me, is what I'm saying.
I thought you said that. I was like, what's your luck? Get no dice.
I'm just making sure because I've got disadvantage on stealth. I don't think I've got
This is
disadvantage on
stealth,
dex, though.
No, it's
No, I'm
just
saying-
not dex. No, it's just only stealth. You have disadvantage.
I didn't know if that
as
is
your
that's what
clicks
armor
and
affected.
flanks.
It's not good though. It's a 5.
Cool. 5 from Joel Falcoris.
12.
12. Kelgorm.
25. And I have evasion as well, if that's important here.
Fantastic. Lavender.
26.
Ooh. And Kelgorm.
Oh.
21.
Ooh, good rolls. You all begin to make your way down again, slowly but surely. At one point, Falcoris, you do that little skid thing with it. Whoa! As you like slide down a few feet, and you have to you deliberately fall back on your bum to stop yourself going too much further, and then whew, pick yourself back up and make your way down.
Well, I'll see you fuckers at the bottom of the mountain, I guess.
Joe,
I turned into like
Clank,
100
clank,
kilogram metal
clank,
wrecking ball.
Another thing where Link rolls down hills in Breath of the Wild and he just dies.
Joel tried to Skyrim his way down a mountain.
you have something similar as Falcoris, where at one point your foot slips and it's uncontrollable, your whole body, but instead of Falcoris like riding and then deliberately falling, you just immediately go arse over tit and are just tumbling before you finally stop as you find either a patch that levels out or something to that degree, but you finally stop in your tracks. You take a breath and whew, and then you watch as beside you more rocks begin to fall past. More rocks. Calanthe, as you're coming down, something hits your foot and you can see more rocks are sliding down as Joel looks up, and where you had slipped, Joel, initially, you begin to see a landslide begin to form as the loose earth from the rainstorm above and your force of falling has created momentum. I need you all to make me another fresh dexterity saving throw as you see the danger looming before you as this small avalanche begins to appear.
Can I do something else?
What would you like to do else?
Can I meld into stone into the mountain?
Sure.
So
I thought you were going to meld into one of the ones that was falling, so you could just be at the bottom safe.
No, because I still take damage if the rock does.
So yeah, Joel just goes inside the mountain. The rest of you, I need dexterity saving throws, please. Again, unless you want to be creative like Joel to avoid this.
Nope.
Joel's safe. Listen, Joel's fine.
How much I
I
can do?
got 22 with evasion
22.
again.
Beautiful. Lavender,
18.
18. Falcoris,
9.
9. Calanthe,
19.
19.
Is Kelagon could do that bullshit from The Hobbit where like Legolas is on the falling bridge and he's like jumping up the rocks.
So
I think that-
as the rock face begins to give way, you all again see this danger and begin to try and evade it. You all are, in one way or the other, caught up in it. Unfortunately, but staying ahead of the rock slide or moving to the side of it. Falcoris, unfortunately, you're not so lucky, and you get swept away by the rocks going down the hill.
Shit!
You initially suffer... Oh, jeez, that was a good roll. 14 points of bludgeoning damage as these rocks are slamming into you, and you are getting pushed further and further away from the party, where they manage to sidestep this slope, or sidestep this avalanche. You are stuck in it right now.
You're just here as it's going, oh, shit, fucking help! Boof,
You
boom.
hear the cry for help. Joel, you feel the rocks above you leave and stabilize. You can now come out of the earth if you so wish.
I will leave.
Like a prairie dog, you see Joel's head just... before
As I'm sliding down,
fucking
I'm going to
Paris
summon a sword with the handle already in my hand, and I'll fucking use it to, if I can.
You can either make a strength or dexterity saving throw, depending if you want to use the sheer force you slam the sword in, or more you trying to hold on
Strength
to
saving
the
throw,
sword.
please. Strength saving throw.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Wait, isn't Falcoris quite weak
That's-
though?
No, Falcoris is the strongest member of the party. Thank you very much.
I was gonna
That
say,
is a 19.
19. Again, staying inside the avalanche itself, you do take a bit more damage, but you slam the sword in until finally, after a few feet, you feel the sword, and you actually feel the sword bow ever so slightly as you're holding on for dear life. You do take another, not quite as good this time, unfortunately. 9 points of bludgeoning damage, but you
A lot of
keep
damage.
it better on, you before eventually the stones pass, and you find yourself safe.
Get
That's
up,
23
pull the
points
sword
of
out.
damage.
Yeah.
It's an avalanche, motherfucker.
Fuck, I thought I nearly lost the sword
Skill
there.
issue.
I'll
Joel's
look at it,
climbing out
makes
of the
check it for
rocks.
damage. Oh, that's a magic sword, to be fair, so should
It
be
is a
okay.
magic sword, and you see that you do see the damage. You see the sword has been bowed by that force, but as you sort of investigate for a second, you then see the magic take hold, and the sword straightens itself out to be its perfect aligned self again.
Well, thankful for you, Lucia, because otherwise that would be broken. Even though elven swords are good, I don't think they're that good. I know,
You're
de-summon it.
welcome.
Well, where the fuck are we meant to be now? Because I'm kind of confused.
It takes a second of disorientation, but thankfully the direction right now is easy and down.
Oh, so if I just kept going.
cautiously make my way over to Falcoris and offer him a hand up.
I mean, we're supposed to come down, so should I not help you down? Come on.
I just pushed him down the hill.
But you guys all make your way to the bottom of the hill. You follow the valley along. And as for references, when you get to like these valleys and that sort of stuff, when the mountains aren't quite as peaked and exposed, you do see in these valleys are small rivers and tributes, bits of grassland that push through, small stubborn trees that dare push this far north. You know, these are little pockets of nature that you find in amongst the stone and exposed rock. Little pockets like that. But the day draws on, and with this, and I will say for the Mindfuck course, with you being a little bit sore, it does not slow the party down per se, but you don't get the full day's journey from your being a little bit in pain right now, sadly, with that damage, and a rest does need to get taken. But you do feel confident, all of you, that come tomorrow, you should be at your destination. Should you follow this valley a little bit further along, for many hours, obviously, but you should get there tomorrow. You take your rest. Can I get some perception checks if we're doing that? Yep. Fantastic. Falcoris, you'll
Yeah.
go first.
23, again.
23. Second watch.
It's not 2 plus 6, 8.
8.
With my
third
rolls,
watch.
there's no point even trying.
So, who's doing third watch then? Is it Joel?
I can
or
do
is
third watch.
it Galanthir?
Yeah. Likes 16.
16. So, during the watches, Falcoris, you again are alert. You spend your evening massaging your wounds from your small tumble down the hill.
Is he shoulder now?
And as you are taking your rest and taking your watch, at some point you go drink from your water canteen, you empty. And in this valley, there is, like I say, one of these tributes that are nearby. And as you sort of take a little, like, minute stroll from the tent to go reach the water source, and you dip your hands in and splash it over your face. That was weird. The water's warm. And I mean, like, not hot, but up here, this high up, north, in the middle of the night, this fresh water is warm to the touch. Pleasantly warm.
Well, first of all, I'll be like, what the fuck? Secondly, I would splash your face, wash it a little.
Yep.
And then look around to see where the water's either going or coming from.
It's hard to tell in the darkness, obviously, but you believe it is sort of going around the Limlane Highlands, the peaks that you've been traversing towards. You believe it's sort of skirting that. But again, in the nighttime, hard to tell exactly without seeing further than a few feet in front of you. You taste it, it's fresh water, it's drinkable, it's just warm. And as you remove it from its source, it then cools, as you'd expect it to.
Alright. That's weird.
This music's now very whimsical, it's quite nice.
I'll sit by it, continue my rest of my watch, looking out for anything, like looking at the skies as well. And then when my watch is, like, when it comes to the end, I presume I'm waking up earlier again. So,
You do indeed.
chap on the door. Hello.
Yeah.
The stream that's it's just outside the tent or a little bit away. What's weird about it is it's warm. It's not cold. It should be cold.
Warm and in what sense do you mean?
Well, how
Swelling.
else could water be warm? What other
I mean,
meanings could it
there's a
have when I say...
distinction between a warm bath and, like, okay, this is slightly warmer than what I expected. You know,
I would have
like,
said it
you
was
walk
hot
out.
if it was something that you couldn't use.
Just saying, you were particularly vague.
I said it was warm water. Go and find out for yourself.
Well, go take a look. You
Just
know,
be careful, because that is strange. Up here, that shouldn't be the case.
DM, I have a question.
Yep. You may answer, or you may ask. Sorry.
Would
Answer.
I think I know what this is, but would Calanthier, like, are naturally occurring hot springs something that happen in Southbound?
They are. There is one particularly one. Like, again, if you remember, Ice Southbourne is based around a volcano. Although the volcano itself isn't active, the magma pools that were once underneath it still are. And towards some of the peaks, there is a little... I don't know how to describe it, apart from this little, like... You ever seen, like, the videos of the monkeys that sit in the, like, steaming hot bath pools? It's something like that, where it's just a small area tucked away inside the mountains, where this is just warm.
Yeah, I think they're called fissure reservoirs. I think that's what they're actually called.
But it's like that, where the water is just in the middle of this snowy environment, steaming hot water.
Cool. Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Thank you. But yes, Kelagorm, you go take your watch, and you got an 8, I believe you said?
yeah, just before I go, could I just maybe suggest to Falcoris to let Calanthier know he might have better expertise on this.
Well, he's next up on the watch list, so you can tell him when you're done.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let
I don't want to wake him up beforehand.
Good point. Then I'll go take my watch.
You take your watch, and you follow Falcoris' advice, and curiosity takes the better of you, and you go over to this small little tribute of water, and again, you do just dip your hands in, and it is warm to the touch. It's not hot, it's not, too hot you can't put your hand in for an extended period of time. You can do easily. It's just a hot water body.
Can I do a check, maybe like investigation, to see if I can, like, is there any like sulfurous smells, or if there's any like,
make a nature check or something.
maybe like if
that
I
one.
test it, like if there's any, like if I can taste salt or things like that.
You can do more nature or survival check.
Nature survival. Could I do nature?
You may.
22.
22. Tastes absolutely fine. Obviously it tastes like drinking warm, so it's almost nice taste when you drink warm water, but it doesn't taste contaminated. And again, in the darkness, you don't see anything visually that would make this water create heat or generate heat. Sorry, you don't see an obvious rhyme or reason as to why. It just is.
Sure. And just one last thing before I resume my post. Can I just look around and see if there's any wildlife or anything that's maybe interacting with it? Even if it's just something small, or like if there's fish in the stream or anything like that.
There's no fish in the stream that you can see, but you take a step back and return to your post first. So you can, being a predator, stay away from the body of water in case anything skittish that might be deterred by seeing you. And you take your watch, and then maybe an hour or so in, you can see a bird of prey land on a rock near the water. It sort of looks around. You can see that under in its claws there's a little mouse, and it hops down onto the ground, does a little weird, funny eagle run over to the water, and takes a drink before then chowing down on some rodent.
Yeah, it seems okay. Yeah, quite
Absolutely fine.
content. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go back and finish up my watch then.
The rest of your watch comes to an end, and you go and wake up your dear friend Calanthier.
And relay all this information.
There's a pool that's warm, but drinkable.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's not like alarmingly warm. It's just
Okay, show me.
not spoil. Yeah, I'll just peek out and point at it.
Go there, go
Um,
over, dip his toes in, kind of taste it. Would he Would he have known of the hot springs? I suppose.
You'd easily know the hot springs, because now and again, when your people can, you will visit that if you're nearby, because it's almost like, like, oh, we're taking the holiday, are we? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're camping about, oh my god, we got to visit the springs.
Go to Butlins.
Yeah, we're going to Butlins. So it is that attitude. So yeah, you definitely know. You've definitely been there multiple times in your life to that hot spring.
All right. He's gonna throw his axe next down to the shore.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get a place that you can kind of sit in, like, kind of at least partially submerged.
Yep.
And like, take off his armor, like just to, like, I don't know, undergarments or whatever, and just sit in, and then just say back, "It's a hot spring, you fucking idiots. Have you never seen one?"
No!
Spend,
And I go back inside the tent.
Fair enough. All the more for me then.
and you spend, if you want to, also the majority of your watch, if not longer, just chilling out in this body of water.
There is one thing I want to do. I want to dive my head under the water and listen for if there is, like, bubbles or anything coming up to indicate where the heat is coming from.
Make a fresh perception check, please, to listen out for that.
That's an 18.
18. As you submerge your head and you listen, and again, sound carries a lot better in water. No, you don't hear any bubbling. You don't hear anything. This is quite a slow moving body of water at this point, and you don't hear anything that you wouldn't expect to hear until a voice in your head. Hurry up.
Oh, okay. I'll pull my head out of the water. Oh, so you're getting impatient now. Is this the axe or Harvey talking? I'm assuming it's the axe.
Very much the axe in your head right now.
I'll just look back at it and say, "You're getting a little impatient, I'll be honest."
I've been impatient for longer than you've been alive, and more.
Look, at the very least, I'm sure that in the short time that I've held you and used you as a weapon, you found out more about where your sister has been than in the past, however long you have been around, correct?
And can you not imagine then, with all this newfound information and possibilities, how frustrating it is to have the carrot dangled closer to my face and still not touch it?
But all you see is the final goal. You don't see any perspective of the fact is that Something is better than nothing. Hmm?
Why would
What,
I care
would you
about
rather have
anything
no hope?
else? I'd rather
Because-
have my sister.
Because the fact is that as vain as you are and as driven as you are, which honestly I'm a little impressed with, the reason that this matters is because now that you're impatient is that you have hope.
The Axe goes silent for a second. There's this very large, pregnant pause. Just hurry up.
Look, I have no leads on where your sword is. As much as I would love to combine you, because if anything, I'm interested in what's going to happen once you're combined back together. I have no leads. If you can give me more information, I can go more with it. But until then, I have nothing. You want to be impatient? Sure. You want to growl and grumble at me? Go right ahead. But nothing's going to change until you start being a little less of a shit. Hmm? You can do your threats and whatnot. I'm honestly not too fussed about it. But in the end, we both want the same thing. There's no reason we won't both get it. You just need a little bit of patience, hmm?
Again, another silence takes hold. I am grateful for your aid after so long. But understand, it's been a millennia. I am tired. I am angry by nature, and this has infuriated me further, this separation. And as I mentioned, this hope is a double-edged sword, pardon the pun.
Not at all. Look, I get
So
you,
whilst
honestly.
I
I
will,
entirely get you.
whilst I will perhaps ease the threats for now, I still would like to know you will help me.
Of course. If anything, I will be honest. Your dedication to one person for an entire millennia and the anger you feel when you're getting closer, it entirely impresses me. And out of that impression, I give you respect, and I never break my word on what I can do for you. So even if it is until the end of my days, I promise to reunite you and your sister together. My word is my bond, and my blood is my bond.
Thank you, Calanthea. Enjoy your bath.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your seething hatred.
And the voice in your head seems to leave.
Have I rolled for perception yet?
I don't know if you did actually, no.
I don't think I did, no.
If
Do you
could
want me to
please-
do that?
If you could, that'd be lovely, thank you.
Oh, it's a nat 20. Okay, that
Beautiful.
works.
Even with you having this voice in your head and the conversation that surrounds it, the relaxation of the pool, again, you just feel that in this moment, everything is okay. You are safe, you are sound, and no harm is coming.
Fair enough. I'll just enjoy my watch then.
And it's a very enjoyable watch, especially in comparison to the last stormy night you took. This is the life of luxury. This is gorgeous. And it is this day that actually you do see a sun. Not just the light re-emerging, but the actual sun you begin to see peek over the mountain tops from your low perception in the valley. As another dawn breaks and you feel the trepidations and anxiety of being close to your destination, that excitement mixed with nerves of what to expect hits your gut, and probably each and every one of you have a similar emotion and sensation as the dawn breaks and you wake up and get ready for the day ahead of you.
I'm a
Just when
thug it out.
when people wake up and they're making like food, I'm just gonna be like, you know, you should all take a bath. It's there. It's fine.
Well,
Um,
don't have to tell me
I mean, I
twice.
don't know about you. I've been taking a bath nightly.
Yep, but have you? It's a hot spring. It is safe water. It's just warm.
I don't know if any of you know this, but I have a hot tap in there.
You
Does that
what?
get
I could
plumbed
have
in?
shared.
Stop being a bitch and get in the pool.
How does the plumbing
No.
work?
I
I'm
don't know.
gonna pick up Caligorm and throw him in the water.
Ooh.
Make a strength.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay, maybe I'll leave it to you two, and I'll pick up my armor
That's
again.
18.
Does that so count there?
18.
18. Yeah, you can make a dexterity check to try and avoid being thrown if you don't want to be tossed like a.
I'm
like a
so
dwarf.
glad.
He doesn't want. I think he wants to be
Deck.
tossed.
I really hope you fucked this up.
I rolled a 16.
16. 16. So what did you get? So
Sorry, Andy, that was a hate jar.
18, 1-8.
1-8. So
Oh.
he picks you up, and you try to protest, but before you can, you're above his head, and then you're airborne, and everything goes quiet before, sploosh! Still fully dressed, you are submerged into this very again lovely warm water, but there is that water shock of I'm wet, and you come up, your hair is sticking to your face.
You know, Prince, you need to live a little more. You get a lot of skills, and you get a lot of adventures by just doing things instead of being so connected to your lavishness.
I'm tired of doing things, Callan's here.
Oh,
My socks are wet.
that's too damn bad.
Of course, I think you're saying that you strip off to your armor as well, off your armor off as well, and
Yeah, I
get
was,
into the water.
and then I will go in bollock naked. Falcoris is not.
The moon is
Good man.
also up apparently as
Yeah, he just takes off all his armor, puts it aside, takes off everything, puts it to the side, and walks in.
a very heavily scarred body with a very well-toned ass steps into the water and
Mhm.
submerges in.
Falcoris is a strong,
Enjoys.
well built boy.
Got toned cheeks.
Nobody
you know.
needs to see Joel's skinny,
Those
bony ankles.
each of Falcoris's cheeks have a sick pack. It's quite impressive. He can do the Rock's peck movement with his cheeks.
It's like 2 bags of.
Lavender's
it's
gonna
like
cover
2
her
bags
own
of
eyes
6
and then
buns.
cover Brownie's eyes and slowly just back away.
Lavender's like, yeah, bath sounds nice. Steps outside. I'm good.
Joel is going to walk by and nudge Falcoris's clothes into the water.
Make a sleight of hand check versus Falcoris's perception to see if you notice Joel.
I don't think I'm gonna beat his perception.
You can...
Was it sleight of hand?
Yep.
Well, bearing in mind he's got like a plus 30 to perception. I only have a plus 2 to sleight of
That's
hand.
fine.
That's a 19.
19. Falcoris.
My passive perception is 18.
So he's rolled 19, so you will need to make a perception check then.
Oh, you want me to roll a perception check?
Well, he rolled a 19 versus your 18 passive, so you'll need to actually make an active perception check.
With just I make a 19, which means I see him do it.
Meets it, beats it. So yeah,
I don't mind if you see me, I'm still doing it.
But halfway into the water, I turn round and just misty step to you.
And I'll just maintain hard eye contact because I'm not looking down.
Joel, don't fuck around.
Stare lovingly into each other's eyes.
No, it's hatred.
Loving
Joel-
hatred.
Fuck's sake,
Joel,
there's a woman
It's
around.
an enemies
guys.
to lovers arc.
Is it a cold morning, Falcoris, or is that just you?
Does it fucking matter? Leave my shit alone, Joel. You've already done enough damage. And I'll turn back and just start walking back into the wall.
Nice.
I want to try
Joel's
kick
still
Joel
keeping
in.
his eyes up.
I want to try kick Joel into the water when he's close enough.
Make another strength check versus Joel's perception. See if you notice the fucking water fights, man. I love it.
That's only a
I thought
9.
Calanthea was already in the water.
No, I got out. I'd done my bath earlier, my man.
He goes back me through Caligorman instead.
Well, wrinkly, if I could be. but
That's
I
a
wasn't having
22 for
fur.
my perception.
Ah, that's fine.
No, sorry, 23.
You hear the Leonin approach behind you, and you turn around to see both hands out towards you.
I'll just raise an eyebrow. Are we going there?
You're not going.
In my own time.
You stink.
I'm going. I'm just not being pushed.
Okay. All right, fine. All right. So now back off a bit and be like, fair enough.
Joel will.
Joel.
Joel will not go bollock naked like Valkoris does. Joel will just keep his trousers on and then just going in there.
Yeah, you put some spare trousers on that you don't mind, like that can just dry throughout the day, sort of thing, and you dip in the water. And again, you for the first time feel this lovely warm water, and it is almost like having a nice warm bath. And you do realize that this is the first time being in the mountains. You guys have bathed in quite a while, and as you guys are all washing off, the water around you does turn, that dirty brown, silty color, but before the stream washes it away and you wash yourselves clean. Skin hydrating feels quite nice and refreshing.
You'll feel better.
I think that's all from you, Falcoris, from falling down the mountain.
Well, we've been on the road for
started it.
Yeah, we've been on the road for quite a bit. That's good.
Brownie fucking loves it, by the way. He is proper, dog at the seaside, just he runs in and out, he shakes, he jumps back in again. Some of you might have to throw a stick from him now and again. He is excited about being in warm water. And when he does finally get out, when Lavender calls him, he does the big dog shake, but being a bear is all of you just the, fucking hell, sort of thing.
Joel, having learned what happens, Joel will stay away from Calanthea when he gets out the water.
Calanthea also dog shakes a little bit. Lavender, do you take a bath as well?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Nowadays, man, no.
I mean,
Understandable.
Just rocking yourself back and forth, saying, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I just let Lavender know that she can go in and use mine if she wants to take one away from everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm gonna guess at that point Lavender takes a private bath in
Yeah.
a warmer tub, and again, it's been a long time since you had a proper luxurious bath, and this just you feel yourself sinking in, your muscles relax. You do, initially quite apprehensive and tense, but then you do finally saw yourself sinking, lowering into the bath until your chin's touching the water, and it feels nice and refreshing. But you all dry off, baths are done, you're all clean, presentable to the world, and you then start to put your mind and get back to the walk ahead of you, and sure enough, you think within hopefully 4 or 5 hours, if you follow this valley and river up, you might reach your destination with any given luck.
Start moving then.
Perfect. Little hot spring arc thing.
Cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
How's the Pinchy getting on?
I'm sure he's fine.
Actually,
They disintegrated in the
good
water.
point.
You drowned the Pinchy,
He's-
didn't you?
Oh, bro. He's a rock. You got the minerals. He's all crystally now, you know?
It's actually a good point. As you sort of check on Da Pinchy, you can see that something's a bit different. He's also made of this tan rock, all the one formation of rock, and you can see that in his tail, there's a rock that is part of his tail, but matches that of the avalanche that hit you guys earlier the previous day. Almost like he's taken some of that rock into his own form.
No.
So you're saying if we put him in a bucket of gravel,
He'll grow. Could I get
do we-
fucking Luna-sized rock scorpion?
do we plant him
Wait, guys.
like in a rock garden?
No, we. Shut the fuck up. Stop trying to steal my pet.
I'm not touching it.
You said we. You're the only one who has said we the entire
We
time.
are a party. We are a team.
Yeah, and I was the one who kept the rock. You go get your own rock.
Collectively, we bury him. In
All
a
right,
rock
okay.
garden.
He's got a rock. You don't. Just relax.
Okay.
All right.
I have a sales pitch. We find an expensive rock, salt, technically a rock, correct? It's probably worth a bit. What if we can just accumulate this valuable resource on the scorpion, and then
So what you're saying is you're doing the
The level of
equivalent of
disgust.
flaying the scorpion
The
to
level
sell
of
its skin.
disgust on Calanther's face is very visible.
That's what
Like,
you're
just-
basically saying is that we flay this scorpion for its skin to then sell it.
How
Well,
the fuck are you at Lord
first and
Regent?
foremost, it's an exoskeleton.
Fuck
they
course to
shed
walk away.
many mates, correct?
No
Did
scorpions.
did no one learn that in class?
My class was on working on dead bodies. Not
I didn't have
scorpions.
glass.
I grew up in a forest.
What the fuck is class?
I grew up in a.
The fuck is that?
Ellery, that's when you realize you're surrounded by uneducated delinquents.
Oh, uneducated.
Yeah,
I
who
was
are better at
educated.
surviving than that one.
Only you and Joel. Well, only you went to school. Joel went to God knows what.
Joel went to a cult.
Lavender, Calanthier, and Falcoris just didn't go to school.
Joel just spent
Not by choice.
his weekdays in a basement with a creepy old man.
Did he
The
touch you?
different arrangement.
And moving on.
As Ellery spends the rest of the afternoon judging the IQ of his party around him and what reading level they're at, you guys all make your way up. Again, thankfully, you're confident you don't have to climb anymore. This valley and this river should lead you onward. And you push through. And again, it takes... You're on time, 3 and 4 hours. I'd say actually, with the hot spring session we just had, actually feeling rejuvenated makes it a wee bit quicker for you guys. Obviously, you lost hours doing it, or an hour doing it, but the speed you make up for more than compensates what you lost having the bath. And you find your way over into this valley. And you see before you. Part of the valley opens up into a larger space. Small, thin trees with sparse leaves that are eerily... Sorry. Small, thin trees with sparse leaves lightly flow in the breeze that warms through. The small river has cut a path through the grounds, and the water flows freely, but only up to a point. You see at some point, in near enough the center of this valley, the water ends. And you can see where the water path should be. You know, where the water's cut through the earth from erosion, but it just stops. And as you sort of take your time to walk around and change your perception, you can see that this river has become a waterfall. Small, thin one to obviously match its size. And in the earth itself, a large hole stretching about 50 feet from end to end is before you.
Any discernible path down.
Make a either perception or investigation check. Your choice.
Perception.
Could I also attempt to figure out the terrain to work forwards?
18.
Basically.
You can, absolutely.
What am I rolling for that? Perception?
Again, perception, if you so wish, yeah.
Joel,
Can I use anything else, or is it just perception?
What are you looking for again? Sorry, so I'm hearing you right.
Just a more of a sort of, I suppose, a way forwards that's safest.
I would say, again, perception or investigation, your choice in that one there to find a safe route down this hole. Getting to the hole isn't the problem, it's actually the hole
I'll
I'm
do
guessing you're looking for down.
investigation. Why not?
Falcoris, you rolled, sorry?
18.
18? Wait
I
for
only
it.
got 12.
12. You guys both peer over the edge, and it is sheer. And when I say sheer, this is smooth stone down.
and Joel,
Before you see
like,
the bottom, darkness takes the bottom before you can see it.
I was gonna say, can Joel grab like a rock, cast light on it, and toss it into the pit,
Sure.
Smart.
You do know
And
what
then
you did before.
Smart.
and then count obviously how long it takes to hit the bottom, and then because Joel isn't uneducated, use the V equals D over T, which I'm sure has been invented by now, to
Listen,
work out
That's just
using
a
the
theory.
Discovered.
the gravitational
Discovered.
constant that has been confirmed by Isaac Newton
Just a
in this
theory.
times.
What's
Just
your
a theory.
intelligence again? Like, genuinely,
quite-
what is your intelligence?
Quite low, I'm afraid. 13.
I think we went over this. I am the highest intelligence in the party.
I don't think you are. I'm
What do
18.
you? Oh, okay. Well, I'm 2 below that. Fair enough.
You take your
I thought
stone,
we were
Joel,
even
you
the same.
cast light upon it, and you just hold it over the edge and drop. And you guys all watch this bead of light get thinner and thinner and thinner. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. 15 seconds. 20 seconds. After about 30 seconds of free fall, you hear the echoing up of a stone landing.
It's quite a long way down.
It's about 300 meters,
Matt,
give or take, I guess.
see, while they're all focused on the hole, can I do a check to look for maybe any signs of dragons, like any claw marks or Anything like that.
You may make an investigation check should you wish to.
Let's go 29.
29. You see your friends looking at this hole, and you realize while so distracted, you want to just double check and make sure, are you in danger right here, right now from a dragon? You look around, you can... It doesn't take you long at all to see signs of what you believe to be dragon activity. You see deep claw marks in the ground that you're guessing could be made from a beast of that impressive size. A small tree has been toppled and snapped, about roughly a third up from its trunk, where it touches the ground. So yeah, you're convinced quite happily that dragon or dragons have been here. But then with a 20... What was it, 29 did you say? Sorry, something fucked.
29, yeah.
29.
I'm
You
glad
realise
to
that
in investigation.
at the base of the cliff near you, so maybe only about 30, 40 feet away, there's a patch of land that looks like it doesn't quite belong. It looks like the rest of its surrounding, but it almost looks fake in some way. A large patch of land.
Did I get the impression it's an illusion, or if it's...
You believe it could be illusionary of some description. It might be one of the reasons why this looks odd.
I'll just yell out, everyone. There's claw marks, top of tree, and I'm fairly sure whatever that patch of land is doing over there is not actually existing.
See the patch of land? Is it just on the floor? Like on the ground? Or is it like...
It's on the ground. No, it's on the ground.
Wait, so I'm confused. So the hole's not real?
No.
No, this is something different he's pointing towards. He's pointing... You guys are at the hole. He's pointing towards something off on the side.
Let me check
Oh,
something. I'll summon an Eldritch Blast,
'cause
and I'll fire an Eldritch Blast at the illusion. Or...
Well,
I've done the math, and I'm also realizing this hole might be a bit bigger than we thought.
Well...
I've done the math. The math does not check out well, guys.
As Elleril points out, this hole's fucking deep, yo. Not this hole's deep, sorry. This patch of land over here doesn't quite look right. Excuse me. Sorry, 2 seconds.
We're not making it down there.
Well, I'll make that down there.
Sorry,
Well,
I
it's
actually
probably
realized
not.
I've got the right music. Bear with me, I want to fix that.
Because he said it took 30 seconds to hit the ground. That puts it at 4,412 meters deep.
Look, that might be a bit of an exaggeration at that point, then. Again, I'll give you the exact number later should you go down, but that might be wrong myself.
That's 4,000 meters. That's a lot of meters.
It's many meters.
Gravity works
That's
different in the
15,
hole.
Matthew. That's almost
That
as high
explains
as
it.
that's almost as high as skydiving height, 15,000 feet.
It's not quite that high, don't
It's,
worry.
it's a fantasy world. It's fantasy stuff. Don't worry.
It's a very deep fantasy
It's-
world. Either the world's very deep or gravity is not constant.
As Elleril calls out, something's up with that bit of land over there. Before Falcoris, you can raise your hand to cast your Eldritch Blast. You see 2 wings either side of this illusion. You're guessing from tip to tip, if this is outstretched, this creature might be easily just shy of 100 feet across from wingtip to wingtip. And emerging out, you see a large, impressive, ferocious red dragon, whose shade of red is so dark at parts almost like it's bleeding into brown. Fierce yellow eyes, the color of sparks, peer down at you with intelligence and anger. These gigantic wings, with each beat that comes, you almost have to put your back foot away so you don't get blown over by the sheer force of the wind this thing is pushing. The heat that radiates off this being is noticeable. Just being its mere presence, you can feel the air around you warm. Its long neck reaches up and the head looks down, the head alone now being 50 feet above the ground above you. The smell of sulfur as it breathes fills your nose. In this moment, you are all brought to silence and stun. Excuse me. Even you, Falcoris, you in your time have probably killed a dragon. You've never seen something this big, and this sinks your heart. This is a creature of a magnitude you have never seen before. But the silence you're all brought to does not last, as it gives off a mighty roar that echoes across the valley.
Hold on.
The birds nearby that were once hidden scatter in fear. All of you throw your hands up to your ears to cover them. Some of you screaming out in pain. Just it's that loud being that close to a creature of this size. And then silence once more grips the air with an iron hold.
Alright, you're impressive. I gotta give you that. Fucking hell. You can talk. Common tongue.
The head looms down.
I would imagine it's like Falcor standing next to it. Not even one of the teeth is like, where the teeth are fucking far bigger than him.
You're about tooth size, I'll give you that.
Matthew, by the way, sorry, DM. What language do dragons typically speak?
Have you met a dragon before?
I don't know. I'm asking.
You know
You
the
won't know.
native tongue is Draconic, but you know that some of a higher intelligence may speak other languages?
Sylvan, perhaps? Or Celestial, maybe?
Uh,
The head leans down again, the neck, in its almost snake-like motion, comes down to you, Falcoris. Speak.
Okay. We're here because we've been seeking out the dragons. And I believe I found probably one of the biggest ones here.
Seek and ye shall find.
Okay, that's good, that's good. We're here about an outsider. One that's not one of your own.
The head recoils and almost in disgust as it leans back.
It's not of this plane. It's a dragon in the form that you guys take. No doubt about it, but it's from the Shadowfell. It doesn't have the same markings, the same structure as what you would.
As you're saying this, you watch the neck glow, and you can almost, in the mouth as it speaks back to you now, see sparks that are igniting the back of its throat as it's talking to you. I know of that of which you speak.
Okay. Then we're just trying to find out. We heard it came this way. Is it part of your pack?
No. I would not lower myself to be associated with such an ill-forgotten dragon kind.
Okay.
Fucking hell, that voice.
Yeah, take a drink.
Yeah.
Dragon slurps up some of the stream.
And funny you say that, Joel. You guys, Falcoris, you know about dragons as well. You know that red dragons, there's telltale signs of a lair being nearby. One of them is water might become hot in the nearby vicinity.
Okay. It came through in this plane. It attacked Pavmar. Well, two of them attacked Pavmar, I should say. We've managed to bring one down, but the other fled this way. Now, we're only here to find out what happened to it, where it went. That's it. I don't want any trouble. We don't want anything to do with... We don't want to piss you off, basically, if I speak frank. I just want to know if there's any sort of information you have on this other one.
Make a persuasion check, please.
By our charisma boys up front.
Yeah.
Because it sure should be Joel.
Facts.
Right. See while he's doing this, does this dragon fit the description of the dragon that plagued Castames?
I think it could potentially be. It matches the red dragon. The reported size were thought to be exaggerations. No, this is a fucking big dragon.
That is a 19.
19. The head, reaches back up to its full height again. It was here. Not last night, but the one before. As I lay slumber, it attacked me. Normally, this would be a death sentence for anybody. And he lets that anybody hang for a second as the eye glazes over all of you one by one. But my guard was down. And he sort of lifts up his wing and gestures, and you can see horrific, deep gashes that look across his torso. And as you sort of look over now, it's been hard to tell being a red dragon, but as you sort of look closer, you can see across his back, his legs, and even his face are covered in cuts and slashes.
Then we have a common enemy.
Indeed.
Where did it flee to? What direction?
The head looks over and down into the pit.
Did that create that? Or was that part of your...
That's the door, the dragon door.
Ah, yeah, I didn't really want to bring that up just in case it pissed you off. If I'm going to be honest with you. You're impressive. I mean, I don't normally quiver in the sight of fucking... of dragons like yourself. But... like, you really have me going right now, right? I'm nervous, I'm sorry. Right?
Flattery only gets you
okay,
somewhere.
I'll stop that then.
You say the head comes right up to you. What is your name, speaker?
I'm Falcora Silren.
And you turns towards Joel.
Joel.
And one by one, the eye comes over. Calanthier, it comes to you.
Calanthier, White Iron.
As he gets to Elleril, he stops. You smell of royalty. I can smell the gold dripping off your ancestors. Who are you?
It's just like to remind, I am attuned to and immune to divination magic at this point in time. But for fear of him smelling me, I'll tell him the truth and tell him my actual name.
And you. The head turns towards the last member, our lovely Lavender.
Sorry.
Okay.
Lavender.
The head reels back again. Once again, going to its full, very grandiose height that you think he likes to be at. And do you have a name for you all? Collective?
The Twilight Company, yeah.
The Twilight Company. My name is Brykis the Guardian.
Dragon. Brykis, how you spell
that?
Brykis.
Brykis.
The Guardian.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Brykis. Tell me.
He just watches you.
If that's the dragon door down there, and our common enemy went down there, is it attacking your door?
I believe it's after something worse. To simply attack my door. I've been guarding this door for nigh on just shy of 1,000 years. Keeping my parent asleep.
There's one bigger than you.
The first. The one that fell from the heavens and created this mountain range. The one from whose blood all dragons stem from. The first dragon. The god of dragons.
And why would you want him asleep if he's your god?
He doesn't know about us. We were created from his blood when it was spilled for the first time in his demise. For him to reappear would be that of sheer anger and, I make no exaggeration, world-ending properties. I quite like being alive. I quite like the world. It has gold to take. And so, my bloodline, my family, have been guarding this door since we realized my parents' awakening might not be so welcome as originally suspected by those who sang the songs of old.
Then we have a common goal in mind as well. If you can help us get down there to him, we can help you defeat it. This other dragon. Now I don't know why it's trying to release your parent, considering what we know of the Shadowfell. Apparently the Shadowfell wants to bleed into this realm and trying to take over it. By the sounds of it, that's kind of counterproductive by releasing your parent. But either way, we could work together.
I know not of their plan, of course. All I can tell you about the Shadowfell is my cousins, the Spider Dragon, corrupted by Lolth herself to have a creature of her own winged being, but were only outcast to the Shadowfell before they could take a treacherous foot here or any other plane. We in this plane don't like them. They are inherently evil. I know some of my brothers and sisters are, but those spider dragons take that to a new level of twisted.
I was bargaining on you not liking them. Well,
Detest is the word I would use.
Is that why you're siblings? If you're flying here, if they came to stop the spider dragons?
Only I have arrived.
And you can't leave your post undefended, right?
A big sigh, and as he sighs, this large, like say, waft of sulfur that makes you a little bit washes over you all. I made that mistake when I tried to warn Castamies about them digging too far and too loud. I left my post, and whilst my guard was down, clearly someone came and found the door. All they had to do was wait for me to come back to bring me down and open the door for them.
So in this instance, you can help us through the dragon door and chase the spider dragon. We can kill the spider dragon for you, and then you can give us safe return. We both get what we want. And you don't have to leave your post.
I am in no position to fight even if I wanted to, so you're right. If you are foolish enough to face my cousin, then I may help you down this pit. You will have to face the trials of the dragon to get through, of course. You can't just wander in. We kept him secure, our parent. These trials are made for dragons, and you would be the first 5 non-dragons to ever enter that chamber. So I know not how you may fare.
I've already done one trial. What's the second?
Can you at least guarantee protection from your brothers and sisters of this realm?
For now. If any of them come into the chamber whilst you're there, they shall bring you no harm.
Very reasonable, thank you very much.
Can you
Now, for the matter of getting down, I have large wings to take you. But when you want to come back up, let me give you something. And his tail reaches back into what you now know to be an illusory fucking what's the spell called? Illusionary. Oh, it's an actual spell for it. Illusionary wall. I think that's the spell's name. Thank you.
No.
And the tail brings back a large rod. It's about a foot long. And he lays it on the ground before you, before taking a long, deep breath in. You see the sparks in the back of the neck intensify, and the chest brightens before a column, an inferno of fire, is breathed upon this foot-long rod. Back here, your eyebrows singe. You all feel the burning sensation before finally the flame disperses. And he picks it up, and he puts it on the ground. You might want to give that a minute.
I don't think I'll touch her for a little bit.
This is the Rod of Dragon's Bolt. I have enchanted it with my breath. Once you're ready to return, come to the start and shoot up my breath. I will see the beacon and I will come down and collect you. Who would like the Rod of Dragon's Bolt?
And I can hold it in the bag of holding, but if somebody wants to, if it's a weapon or just
Is it a weapon?
I mean, technically, we could use it in a very dire circumstance.
Like, is it a one-time thing,
I'm
though?
thinking-
Is it a flare or is it like a fucking flamethrower? Like,
In the handouts chat, you can decide if you want to use it for other purposes, as it does have a few abilities tied in with it.
one charge.
The range of the bolt, the damage.
Now we have to use it.
So
we
the
have
rod
to
for
save it to
pleasantly warm
escape.
sheds bright light. Okay, so it's basically a torch.
Well, what it's charged with right now
Yeah,
is,
for
and
a
just a little
torch,
heads up, you guys, this is a completely homebrew item, so feel free to
I will.
criticize it if it doesn't work.
Joel will.
Oh, no, that's
Joel will take it. Joel will.
So
Don't
you
fucking
Joel will
use
take
it.
it.
you
Does
may
it have
to-
any like physical damage?
No,
As in whacking someone with it?
no more than using like a stick would do, sort of thing.
That's fair enough.
Reading the red dragon description, see if we press the tip against an enemy for a few seconds, will it set them on fire?
You can
I
certainly
don't
try.
think skin is flammable.
But the
It might
clothes are.
burn them, like
Fine.
like they used to
Clothing?
brand like people with hot irons. Like we might be able to do that
Yeah.
to people.
That's just fun.
Air is very flammable. Just want to point
Okay,
that
and
out.
we're going down into a cave, like a very sulfurous cave.
Hey man, you're the one asking if we can subfire.
Don't worry, Joel will hold the boomstick.
Also, any feedback on this item, let me know.
Makes
'cause I
me
quite-
worry.
I spent like
Joel's
a
got the-
long while working on it with all the different charges,
It's
so
infinite
Joel
charge
has the
force.
boomstick.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the other things are also interesting, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Right.
thinking
Oh.
we might be able to, you know, at some point come across another dragon. You know, I'm
Yeah.
sure we could strike a deal.
but remember, this is meant to be our escape. So
Yeah.
we only
No,
use it in
but-
dire
okay.
circumstances as a
Okay,
weapon.
but again, if it is dire circumstances, it's good to know we have, I'd
Yes.
argue, a dragon's breath round loaded in the chamber.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Brycus.
you're welcome.
We have I cast fuck you as a weapon now.
Can you tell us any more about these trials? What we'll face down there?
There's one trial for each of my colored kind. They're each customized to fit their individual abilities.
Okay.
I cannot tell you which room is which, for I myself have never been in them. So I can't actually tell you what lays within exactly.
Alright. So, just so we're clear, your cousin is going to be in there doing the trials itself.
It will need to pass through.
So, it's a race. We need to catch up to it.
They've got about a day's head start, but sure.
Alright, well, I guess that's a big ask, but I suppose we'll try.
Do you have any advice on how to kill these spider dragons?
They bleed.
So I've gathered.
Make them bleed a lot.
Any weak spots we should know about? Any weaknesses?
None that I am aware of.
Worth asking.
All right.
Does it take time for him to wake your god up?
If I had the answer to that, I'm not sure if I could be concerned or not, if we've run out of time already.
Fair enough. I suppose if we'd run out of time already, the world may be ending.
True, so let's celebrate each second that we're still alive.
And on that note, I think we've wasted enough for you now.
Yes,
Any
we
other
need to go.
questions?
Good.
No.
Just make a move.
And Brycus, if you can help us down.
Climb on board, and he extends a wing out for you to climb onto his back.
Okay.
Climb time.
Hang on tight.
You hang on, you clamber up. Where's my fucking mouse gone? There we go. And hang on to the back of the creature, and you can see again these large spinal spikes that you sort of have to like wrap around yourselves onto, sort of thing, in between the scales. He stands there. Excuse me. Fucking voice. And he waits for you to all get situated and, ready. And he gives one single and mighty flap with outstretched wings, and instantly you can feel the sheer power that this animal possesses. He does a second, a third, a fourth, and each time a more powerful gust than the last pushes air under his wings, and the enormous figure that seems to be impossible to fly flies. You peer over. His feet are only 20 feet off the ground. He's not flying high. He's just cruising over to the edge of the hole. His head turns over to face you all with one singular yellow eye facing you. You might want to hold on tight. And before you can say anything else, the wings tuck in. As you realize a creature that's about 100 feet wide and the gap 50 feet wide, there's a bit of a spatial problem with wings. So he tucks his wings in, and gravity does the rest as you enter free fall. Excuse me. Your stomachs lurch as you all plummet into darkness, your hair being whipped around you, as with knuckles turning white, you all hang on for dear life. Still, he falls deeper down. How long until he opens his wings again? Will he ever? Oh gods, let this end. I'm actually having fun. A collection of these thoughts and more flood your mind, until with a sudden whoosh and a cushion of air, your speed decreases, the wings unfurl, and the speed of your descent slows to a far more comfortable and controlled descent. With a few gentle beats of his wing, you go deeper and deeper into the earth. Looking above you, the sky is becoming smaller and smaller as you get further and further away from it, until finally his legs touch the floor on solid ground. With the same wing he let you on, he lets you off. I hope you know what you're doing, for all our sakes.
If I'm being honest with you again, I'm not quite sure we fully know what we're doing, but we'll give it a best shot.
Confidence.
We're
I
full
like
sending,
it.
boys.
And with that, there's a large beat of the wing again. Again, you have to cover your eyes again as the wind is powerful, and you watch him fly out. And when he gets to the part where the hole narrows in again, he uses his legs to scamper up the sides before finally he disappears into the earth above, leaving you alone. The first 5 people that aren't dragons underground. The water from the river above has pooled at the bottom and is overflowing into a chamber leading into the tomb. Before you lays an unlit corridor into the unknown. You all realize there's no written text about this place, none are known to exist. No scholars have ventured. You are the first of mankind to be down here. And in more ways than one, you might be the last. 2 seconds. So, what would you guys like to do?
So,
Have we
I
got
We're going
light?
to be holding the dragon rod, obviously, as a light source while we're down here.
So again, just to correct my mistakes, because again, apparently Lewis is going to do the fucking math on this one here. The hole itself is just shy of 700 feet deep, not fucking 4,000.
15,000 feet, but yes, thank you.
So give or take 700 feet down you are just now.
Look around.
so
try and find any sort of signs of a pathway or like a door or something that we're looking for to go through.
Before you again, besides the light coming off of the rod that you guys just received from by Chris, Brycus, so no, fucking hell.
Chris, that's his name now.
Your words, boy.
By Chris, you can see that there is one singular tunnel that goes down away.
Not to metagame here, don't we have a lantern for hunting creatures?
Yeah, but we need to know what kind of. We need to know its exact species. We don't. If
Spider
we don't,
dragon.
He did say
is
spider
that a
dragon.
species? Like,
He did say
He
spider
said
dragon.
it's
It's a
well,
spider
okay, sure,
dragon?
we could just go with... Can we not just go with dragon?
also, why would we need a lantern to go when?
No, the lantern hunts
There's
things, doesn't it?
Yeah, but there's one
it shows
path.
us the path.
There's only one path.
Yeah, it's kind of just taking us that
If
way
there's
anyway.
a fork, yeah, sure, it matters, but there's only one way forwards.
We don't know if it's fork eventually.
Well,
Let's say we have it.
Wow.
If we get
Yes,
lost, we have it.
If we need it, it's not at the moment.
It's an additional light source.
Is it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure this rod is bright enough.
well,
Joel
Yeah,
has
shall
got
we?
a portable sun in his
In
hand.
fact, most of us are actually able to see in the dark.
Most of us be able to see in the dark. Joel's the only one who can. Lavender got her bow, now she can see in the dark. All of you are half elf or Leonin, and no, we got the human. Listen, God made me in his image. You know?
Sure.
Not yours.
Sure. Which god, huh? Which one? One of the
The
dead
one I'm
ones?
trying to
probably?
fuck.
To be fair, dark vision only goes up to 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, sorry, what was that? You need my light because your dirt feature doesn't work?
well, it works up to 60 feet.
60 feet's pretty good, bro. Can we just do something?
yes,
Like,
can we stop moving?
Let's descend.
Falconis is already like halfway down the tunnel. Yeah, I mean, I say halfway. Already like started walking away and then looking back at them like, let's go. No time to waste.
You follow suit, I'm guessing, Falcoris, as he pushes through. And again, by the light of this rod, if you guys want to use your own torches you might have in your backpacks or not, you can, or the lantern. You walk your way through. Now, this chamber is wide. It's probably about... Again, it's perfectly smooth. Definitely not natural cavern. This has been carved or, made by magical means. Not too sure as far as this construction goes, but from, again, edge to edge, you're probably looking about 80 feet wide and perhaps 50, 60 feet tall. It's perfect for a dragon of a considerable size to push through. And doesn't take you long until you find a blockage before you. A solid stone wall is before you, with a semicircular stone door before you. Across the border of this door are glyphs in a language some of you might not understand.
I will do my rune. What's that rune? What the fuck's it
Eyes
called
of the
again?
Runekeeper.
Eyes of the
Eyes of the
Runekeeper.
Yeah.
It's draconic. And it reads, "For all those who seek them out, our parent, pass through our might and prove worthy to be seen."
Our parent.
Do you want me to put that in? Chat?
Yes, please. That'll be easier.
Boop, 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 boop. Going in handouts again just for you guys. Boop.
Okay, thank you.
For the audience at home, we have a handouts Discord chat for my players, so when I give them something, they can read it quickly.
In the Immersive Realms Discord.
In the Immersive Realms Discord.
Exclamation point Discord.
Anyways, carrying on.
Shameless plug.
Do I see any way of opening this?
Nothing
I'll put my
discernible
hand
apart
on
from these glyphs. Nothing happens.
Well,
Your
if there was
hand
a
touches cone stoled.
if there was a
stone
password
cold.
to get through this, why didn't it tell us?
Can I try, pushing against it? Because it said push through our might, so just a shot in the dark here.
It did say pass through our might, but you certainly brought your shoulder against the door and you're just pushing against a wall.
I'm looking for a mechanism.
Make an investigation
Matthew,
check.
My expertise
And
in
use
opening
perception.
doors, can I take a look at it as well?
You can make an investigation check, and no, for of course, if you're looking for like mechanisms and that sort of stuff, would be investigation to look for more finite details.
Okay. Well, with investigation, it is a 15.
Cool.
I got 27 for investigation.
Falcoris, you see nothing mechanical, nothing that's like a lever or a trigger. And again, you realize that you're looking, if there was to be something like that, dragon-sized. So it should stand out if there was one, and nothing is in this room that
Well,
you can see.
sorry. I suppose I should define what I'm like. I'm looking
Okay,
for
just
like
miss
any
energy,
kind of
sure.
movement of like scratches is shown, like if the door like swings open or like moves like in a kind of revolving door aspect or anything. You know, I'm not looking for levers. I'm looking for just ways of indications of how it moves.
Cool. Sorry for misheard you.
No. I didn't say.
So with that investigation, you can then see that the door does begin, as you look at it, slide up and down with wherever the trigger for that may be. Kelegorm, what'd you get again? Sorry.
27.
27. With your knowledge of doors and how to open them, you can tell this door, again, as I said to Falcoris then to the party, this isn't mechanical in nature. There is nothing that is a lever or a button. There's nothing to it. You believe these glyphs are definitely magical in some capacity, and they might be the key in opening this door.
Can Joel ritual cast detect magic?
Sure. You take the 10 minutes to ritual cast detect magic. This door, whatever the magic for like locking a door would be, these glyphs individually glow with that. Magic to... Let me just fucking Google D&D magic to lock door. Because I don't know what school of magic that would be. Because it's the arcane spell lock, isn't it? Or arcane lock.
Yeah.
Is it abjuration, I think, maybe?
Yeah, it's the one I can't pronounce.
Abjuration.
That'll be the one, yeah. So each glyph would be its own strong presence of abjuration magic then, as each of these glyphs is a lock.
I will relay that to the party.
And I will say that's key as well. It might be a clue that each individual glyph, not collectively, each individual glyph is a lock.
Can I put my hand on one of them?
You can only reach out the first one and the last one, yeah, but you can put your hand on the glyph, absolutely.
Do I feel anything in this? I'm not so like magical sense. Do I feel anything in the stone, like a vibration or anything magical at all?
No. Just feels like cut stone. Oh, so you can feel again it's thrumming with the arcane energy that you already ascertained, but nothing past that.
Alright. Well.
Does the glyph spell something in Draconic?
The thing I put in the chat, yeah?
Yeah.
Is what
No, do the glyphs that light up say, like, are they letters or something in Draconic, maybe? Or is it just glyphs?
So each
of course, you can read.
So each of the glyphs is the individual words for what I put in the chat for you guys. So for all those who seek them out, our parent passed through our might improve.
I've got a funny feeling we need magic, and I'll summon 2 Eldritch Blasts and fire them directly at the glyphs. Doosh doosh.
Nothing happens.
Do we need specific magic?
I'm going to try something here. It might not work. I want to try use Dispel Magic on the door, as in the door itself. If that's not allowed because that's all of them at once, I can try making rolls for each glyph. I don't know what you want me to do.
You can only reach the bottom ones, and again, with your Detect Magic, you know the door itself is not magical, and I'll save you that one there. You would know that cast a spell on something that isn't magical, that's locked by magic.
Yeah, I just didn't know if I could, like, get rid of them all.
Unfortunately not, you couldn't do that one, though.
No. I'll try it on just one of the glyphs, then.
You approach with a glyph, that would be the one that says 4, and as you cast your hand out, you can see the glyph, like, blink a little bit, but the magic is too strong to be dispelled that easily.
Fuck.
Alright, well.
Which one says pass?
Yeah.
Like,
encountered magical
would be like one of the ones that's on the top coming down, if that makes sense. That had like, like a 2 o'clock position.
Is it reachable?
No, not unless you can find a way up. It's about 40 feet off the ground.
How high can you throw Kelegorm? Do we still have that catapult we used in war games?
Matt,
could I use my pythons and try climb up to it?
I was going to say, I've got a climbing speed. Can I try and climb up to the other one?
If you have means to climb, yeah. This is a
That's
sheer
40
wall, so you
feet
need,
of sheer
you need
rock.
means to climb.
Flat. Okay.
But
Do I
if
have
you've
means
got
to climb?
pitons or pythons, have they're pronounced, then you can certainly make an athletics check to try and climb up this wall.
Oh,
Oh,
I do.
legs.
Hmm.
10. Shame.
And it's a hard time as the stone is that smooth, and sometimes as you're trying to hammer in these pitons, you're just slipping off the stone. You're not finding the purchase, and you don't think you can get the way up there with this mean, or by this mean. Sorry.
Can I be? I don't know. I feel like again, like with these spells, I'm really like pushing limits here. Can I try ritual casting? And this is not going to be the thing. I want to try meld into stone because obviously I can't emerge from the other side. I can't go once and come out the other.
Yeah.
That's not allowed with the spell. Can I try and put my hand like through the glyph to try and break the glyph?
You could certainly
like,
try.
Put my hand in it so it interrupts
Yeah.
it, maybe breaks the
As you
the rune.
you do that, you ritual cast again. Take 10 minutes. So you get down here 20 minutes now to do that, and you push your hand through the stone, and the glyph stays. Nothing changes. You don't feel an arcane breakage or anything like that.
Never mind then.
Do we know the name of the original dragon?
No. It's
Guys,
never been texted.
I'm trying hard here, guys, to come up
I'll
with
call out.
solutions, but
I'll call out to the door. We seek the parent of the dragons.
A few words light up.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me on. For all those who seek them out, our parent passed through on might and prove worthy to be seen.
Bruh.
guys, we're really not that smart. The password is like the fucking golden claw in Skyrim when you're first time. The password is on the fucking door.
It's not a very
You
good
all
password
just-
though, is it?
Well, okay, but how many people can speak Draconic in the world?
Yeah,
Dragons,
An
and that's about
entire
it.
race.
Yeah, but they're not in here, are they?
And scholars, and anyways, let's move on.
How many scholars do you know who venture down here?
As this door opens, you all immediately gag as a foul stench reaches out and holds you.
I'll
You
summon
can
a
see
sword.
before you a very dimly lit room that is dank, wet, and sodden.
Oh,
Thick green moss and algae covers most of the surfaces across the walls, whilst the floor is cracked and potholed. And in these gaps, puddles of green, brackish water sit. Some are stagnant and still, some are bubbling and popping on their own accord.
Acid.
A very acidic smell burns the nostril hairs. A variety of different sized chains hang from the ceiling, silent and unmoving as they dangle like stalactites. There are cracked and fallen stone pillars thrown across the floor of varying sizes. On the far opposite wall, there is another door, again semicircular in nature, with more words in Draconic, and I believe as the Runekeeper you can cast as many times or just up for however long it's up, am I right? As a warlock you can just keep doing Eyes of the Runekeeper? Because that's your Eldritch invocation, so I believe you can
Yeah.
just keep doing it.
I can,
Yeah.
yeah, it's an old version, so I can keep doing it
Yeah,
whenever I
so
want.
Just making sure. Yeah, so you can just keep doing that. So again, you see more words in Draconic. These ones read something different though. These ones say rubble and ruin, rot and decay, to pass through, throw something dear away.
Where do we throw it?
I've not even told you what it is yet. You can't read Draconic.
Shit.
Shop.
Sorry, my bad. My bad, G.
You'll get some nosebleeders. For a second, he swore he could read that, but
Right. So.
do you want that put in the chat again, Andy? Or
No, yeah, if you can put it in the chat, but I'm just going to obviously summarize it. Basically, this trial is we throw away something that's dear to us.
I've had my mace for a long time.
No, I can do it.
Oh.
It's alright.
Talenthier. I'm sorry I have to do this.
Think of the rabbits, George. Think of the rabbits.
As you think of the rabbits, Jesus. As well, as you guys are sort of taking this in and realizing, you know, what this door is asking, you have a little look around the room and you can see two things that stand out quite distinctively. In one of the puddles by the door, you can see bubbling and beginning to melt away appears to be an amulet. an amulet you believe you've seen before, not the same one, but of the same make. An amulet of the Raven Queen. Currently melts and bubbles in the acid puddle.
Can Joel try and scoop it out with his something? I don't know.
You can try to scoop something out if you want to.
Yeah, I'll use like my mace because again, I'm not really fussed about that. I'll sort of like try and
Make a
save
general
the amulet.
dexterity check. Make a general dexterity check for me, please.
Dexterity. Is it just like a saving throw or just a check?
To check, just see if you can, like, gently take it out without trying to damage it further.
That's an 18. My
18?
rolls are turning around tonight.
You believe right now the metal that the amulet's made of is quite brittle and weak, so instead of going for the metal, you go for the cloth leather that is made with instead. And you believe this acid is just having a quicker effect on the metal, but over time the leather would also decay. So you scoop it up by the leather strap, again using your tip of your mace to do so, and you now have this amulet currently dripping with acid in your possession. The other side of the door, you see something in a bigger body of water. You see initially what appears to be a rotting piece of scaled flesh, and it takes a second before you realize it's the clawed toe of a dragon.
Wait,
And
hang
it's
on.
been horribly severed.
The amulet. What size is the amulet? Is it human size?
Human-sized, yeah?
It's not dragon sized. It's not a spider dragon throwing it away.
Yeah,
No,
but
there's
that means
something
somebody else
here
is here
then.
as well. Not just a
Or
dragon.
the
Dragons.
dragon ate someone.
Dragons can
No.
take human form.
Yeah, but why would it cut off its toe after it threw away the Raven's amulet? There's two
Maybe
people
it's two
here.
different dragons.
No, there's two people.
Or-
There's one person
Or
here
one
and a
person needs
dragon.
to throw something else away. Like everybody who moves along has to throw something precious away.
Do you reckon it was one of the Shadowfell people on the spider dragon?
We can't.
Maybe it's the captain that went missing that we've been looking for.
Maybe she rode the dragon down here.
Possibly.
Hmm.
Anyways,
I can't guarantee that other people haven't tried to make their way in.
has
He
everyone
said
got
we were the
something?
first down here.
We're running out of
The
time.
first humanoids. Yeah.
Yeah, that he knows of. Remember, he was attacked.
He was based in Castamies for a while as well.
But does everybody have something that can throw away that's dear to them?
I'll just go into my bag and pull out the copy of Foregone Tales from Foregone Lands.
Alright.
You hold this, you guys watch as Elgo pulls out this, and most of you might know it. It's a child's storybook. And I will say as well, like, if you don't mind me saying this, Elgo, you're holding this, and you're holding it tightly. Because you know what's going to happen. You're just like almost like trying to pinch out that last moment of holding it, if that makes sense. The rest of
They're just. That's the last thing I have of this. Also,
and there's a splash that boop, and it sinks down to the bottom. And you watch these little bubbles begin to move across the spine.
I'll
Is it a
summon.
bad idea to throw our commander in?
Wait, I'm not a commander. You're talking about me.
You're our commander, aren't you?
I'm a captain, not a commander. Anyways, talking of which, I'll summon the Mirage flag, the Mirage unit flag.
Mm-hmm.
This is hard. I'll roll it up. Hold it. If yous were still here, you would understand why I'm doing this. God damn it. And I'll let it fall into the...
The acid pool. And again, you probably had to pick a different acid pool just to make sure that, it's
Yeah.
got enough space. And again, it lands in. You can see it immediately. The acid overwashes it and it sinks to the
I'll
bottom.
watch it all the way to the bottom.
Yep. And you see it hit the bottom part of it, the one corner unfurls slightly, and you can see like the bottom of the logo sticking out as the acid begins to eat and chew.
Joel, Calthea, Lavender.
Galanthir will get his slash spear.
Aw.
Only weapon he brought. Very... Just slowly let it dissolve, essentially, without saying a word.
And again, you dip it in head first, and again, you see this acid just seems to react to metal a little bit quicker than the wood. And you see the head of the spear begin to immediately blister and get pot marked with damage. The wood takes effect as well, but the head goes first as you submerge it in.
Joel will pull out Morgan's journal that he took with him.
Yeah.
Obviously, being the ends justify the means being the key thing written at the end of that journal.
Mm-hmm.
And Joel will just sort of shrug, and the ends always justify the means, and he will throw the book in.
Do you open it to see that last page, or do you just...
Yeah, he'll ponder, he'll like open it and look at ends justify the means, and then throw it in. And when he does, he's also going to cast the mending cantrip on the amulet that you rescued.
You can
because
see it's going to take a few mendings to do so, but
yes, I'm not expecting it just one, but it's something Joel can work on.
You're not too sure how much of it you can save, but you can save most of it. You've
I can try.
in time. Excuse me. And Lavender?
There's a time. Silvery can go. It's
we
okay.
can dump Silvery. It's fine. Everyone turns towards Sylvie, and Sylvie's like, what?
And then the bird.
I was joking.
Rude.
Half
Silvery.
joking. You were half joking. Let's be real.
I mean, I
it's a
created the
viable
bird.
option.
I will pull out my obviously not my bow, but my original bow,
Yeah.
and I will put that in.
Again, you've had this bow since your dad gave it to you when he thought you were old enough and wise enough to not shoot him by accident too often. You've had this bow for just shy of a decade. And again, you feel the sentimental value as there's family ties to it, as this was once his bow as well before you second guess yourself, put it into the acid, and again you see it eat away. The string immediately snaps. The bow, without the tension, straightens up slightly before the acid just chews and chews and chews. Nothing seems to change to the door. It doesn't open.
I walk up and push it.
As you go to push, your hand just goes through.
Can
And
I-
as you put your hand through, Falcoris, you can feel cold, wet drips against your bare skin.
Oh god. Are you ready for the cold, Calthea? It feels like you're home back here. And I'll walk through.
Good.
You give Calthea a false promise, as you do not step into a snowy environment that you might have been thinking. Instead, you are now getting battered by a perpetual storm that fills this room.
Never mind.
Lightning and thunder, heavy rain
Never mind.
assault you. Within that moment you step through that threshold, you are soaked to the bone and cold. On the ground is a open grassy plain with a mock hill in the direct center. Atop this hill is a large stone tower that reaches 40 feet into the air. Excuse me. And upon that tower is what looks like a huge mirror of some description, but something more than that. You watch as lightning bolt after lightning bolt strikes across the room, but most seem to be pulled and attracted to this mirror that's currently pointed down. Each time a lightning bolt hits this mirror, the bolts fire and shoot into the ground before being dispersed without anywhere to go. Again, Falcoris, you can see on the opposite side a single door, but this time instead of having a sentence, it only has one word. Control.
I think I know what we've got to do. A little. Maybe.
What are you thinking?
I'll put this one in chat just in case you guys missed what I said.
I think we know what we've got to do!
Oh, shit, Mac, could you say that again? I missed it.
Sorry, it says fuck off. No, this is allowed.
Okay.
The mirror! We need to aim the bolts at the mirror to hit the door! To control the lightning bolts!
I pull out my little hand mirror and just hold it like
No.
this. I'm like a...
That one! And I'll start making my way through the storm, pushing against the wind and towards the tower.
Perfect. And do you all follow suit, or are you all doing different
I'm
things?
right behind him. Yeah.
I'll go with him.
Yeah, I'll follow suit.
You get
Better
to
still
the
draw.
base, you get to the base of the stone tower, and again the lightning is. You see little sparks, explosions that occur next to you. Sometimes you have to actually jump out the way just to make sure you're not hit. This is a ferocious storm, and you see again this stone tower that just rises up 40 feet. And again, being not made for people, there is no obvious ladder, staircase, or anything like that. This is not built for humans in mind.
40 feet up?
40
Scalable?
feet up, yep.
Is it going to be a misty step? Because Joel certainly can't jump 40 feet.
Does it look like I could climb it with my second story work?
You can try.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it's not like the walls that are perfectly smooth. This looks to be more, like carved, so it has got more intricate footholds and handholds that you can try and scale up and take advantage of.
Okay.
It looks
So
rocky.
Basically, my climbing doesn't cost me any extra movement. It's just the caveat of that. I can move 35 feet in a turn.
Mm-hmm. I will say though, even with obviously your advanced movement and that sort of stuff, this will, because it's wet, it's slick, this will still take a dexterity check to try and scamper your way up. Not a dexterity, so an athletics check, sorry, to get up this part.
Could we
I
maybe
love when you say athletics check. Oh,
Well, that's
God.
what you count there.
Could we maybe try and shoot something at the mirror to turn it around?
Well, of course, we'll be like
Good
up at
luck
the
in this
tower
wind.
watching Caligom do this, and then just like,
Doesn't have too much effect.
uh-oh.
What?
I
Harley,
rolled a -1.
-1.
What?
You get maybe. I'm being generous here, 3 feet off the ground. But like I say, the wetness, you slip and you smack your face off the stone. And as you take a step back, you can see that his nose is slightly squint and there's blood coming out of each nostril.
come here. Move the nose back into place.
Yep. Doesn't stop the nosebleed, but yeah.
Right.
Do I look okay?
You look fine, Prince.
Of course, that's what you
As the
care
nose
for.
swells from damage and broken.
No uglier than usual.
I will summon 2 Eldritch Blasts, and I will try and hit this mirror to make it turn to the direction of the door.
Roll a general attack roll for me, please.
Yes.
Don't want to say general attack roll, roll an attack roll.
What if this mirror retaliates? Like you hit it and it hits you.
Well, we're about to find out, because that's a 23.
23 definitely
22.
hits. 22. Either way, definitely hits. The mirror barely budges.
But it budges.
Barely budges. But it does look, as you look, you can see that it is on 2 hinges either side. Like, two, so it can swivel and spin. It has got movement to it.
Hang on a minute.
Somebody
Joel
got
might be able to
something
help
a bit
out here.
stronger than this. Somebody got something a bit stronger than my Eldritch Blast. I wouldn't know,
So,
actually.
realize
I wouldn't
it's
even know they were called Eldritch Blasts. Here you go.
Actually, that's not going to help. I was going to say I'll use freedom of movement, but that doesn't apply to climbing. And I also don't think I actually have it prepped.
I didn't want to.
I have nothing for... Joel has nothing for climb. I can give you guys
Let me make
advantages
this
on...
more authentic.
If anyone wants an advantage for checks, I can do that.
I
Fine.
could try climb.
Yep.
Cool.
I'll,
In that case, Laminate.
yeah, I'll go and climb with Lavender as well.
Cool. So in that case, can I get the pair of you to make an athletics check to try and climb up this pillar?
Not bad. 18.
18. Cool.
See, before they do, can Joel bless them?
Absolutely.
Does that advantage
So
on
you
that?
add D4?
Oh no, D4. That's right. Yep.
It's D4 because it's just for saving throws, so I'm assuming you guys are going to be making some saving throws climbing up.
Oh, so it's not right now then, no. So you don't get the D4 right now because it's a saving throw
Yeah.
only. Cool, not a problem. But yeah, 18 for Falcoris, Lavender.
What was it? Athletic?
Please, yeah.
That is a
Actually, no,
dirty
fuck
20.
Dirty 20.
I was
Nice.
You...
no, never mind. I was going to say I've got the wrong spell. I was thinking guidance is the cantrip is the one I'm thinking.
Oh, guidance, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give
Stick with one
guidance
of them.
to. I'll use guidance on Well, apparently Lavender's rolling high. I'll give Lavender the fucking.
Oop, you give guidance to Lavender then, and Falcoris, you're. And as you take that like a breath halfway through, you sort of look up and see Lavender is slightly ahead of you. Also, arms heaving. You sort of look and go, huh?
What? That's not right. What the fuck? Yeah.
And you guys make your way up to the tip top of this plinth, this pillar. Now you don't have a lot of wiggle room to maneuver up here, as it's not, again, you are sort of like trying to skirt around this mirror and each other at this point. And now that you're up there as well, I do need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh fuck! I should have kept bless.
He did say.
Well, I can't cast both. They're both concentration.
13.
Yeah.
13?
Rolled a 12 again. That was 2 12s.
That's only a 10 from me.
You're above average.
That's what I tell myself.
So as you guys are standing up there and you are now exposed and more open to the lightning strikes above, a bolt of lightning fires down into the mirror, and unfortunately you guys are both hit by the blast, and you guys take 29 points of lightning damage as this bolt ricochets around you. You get the sense you don't want to be up here long.
Lavender, we need to move this now.
Perfect. You guys begin to maneuver the mirror, so either in each of you roll a strength check or one with advantage if they're helping.
Remember, Lavender has guidance, so
And
if
I have
you
a
need
plus
to,
6.
you can add a D. You can add a D4 to that.
I will say, because it's kind of the help action, I will allow in this instance here the guidance to also be shared, since you're both doing the same thing. So
All right, so add a
whoever
D4 if you need to.
So do you want me to roll then?
Yeah, you roll.
Yeah. Okay,
So
with
Falcon,
advantage
you
and a
roll with
D4.
advantage and add a D4.
If you need the D4, it says you can add it after.
I
the
am
roll if
adding
you
it
need
regardless. Just in case. Because that was a 16 plus 6, which is 22, and then a 4 on the die.
And a 4 on a
So
die,
that's 26.
26.
I'm going to assume that succeeds.
I hope so.
Unfortunately, no. You begin Lavender and Falcoris, again, dripping with water that's cascading off you. You guys both heave and push and tug with all your might. And the mirror first, you line it sideways, so you push it round to the side. This scraping of metal against stone. Before then you get to the bottom and you push the mirror down to make the mirror lens face the door. Do you wait for another lightning bolt, or do you run first?
We probably
Get off
should...
the rock!
Yeah.
Wait, Matt, see while they're doing that,
Yeah,
can I tie a rope to an arrow and shoot it towards the top of the tower?
sure. Make a...
Roll low, shoot Falcoris.
Save. Make a
Shot
roll.
Joel with a rope arrow, I'll shoot someone else.
Make a attack
Um,
roll.
With my
You shoot
bow,
Joel
that
again.
is 25.
25. You avoid hitting your friends, and sure enough, this arrow sails over the top of the mirror, overshooting any mark, and the rope tails behind it. The arrow then sort of drapes over. As it stretches goes down, the rope drapes over the top of the mirror.
Lavender, go!
Shouldn't you tie it up again, Meg? Shouldn't you tie it off? Otherwise, you're going to grab it, jump, and all
Yeah.
your weight is just going to pull the arrow off, and you're just going to fall 40
Okay,
feet
we'll
while
tie
holding
it
an arrow.
and we'll tie it, but we don't have a lot of time, so I'll tie it as fast as I can and then get
I'm just
Lavender to
saying,
go
I'm
first.
just saying, I know this is fantasy, but otherwise you're literally just committing suicide holding an untied rope.
Look, I'm just making sure they have a rope, okay?
Whoever's tying this rope, then make a slight dexterity check, please, to try and tighten it with haste.
Lavender.
Maybe you should have saved. You probably should have saved your guidance.
14.
14. With haste, you quickly tie the easiest knot you know and as quick as you can. You pull it tight and you think it might hold some weight.
Group suicide.
Go, Lavender, go!
I'll go down first.
You quickly grab onto the rope and just rappel down, the water like getting flying off from your hands, pushing the water through as you water.
As you water down, and water
Say
down,
water
and
again, I dare
Water.
you.
And you hit the ground heavy, trying to get away from that top rope as quick as you can. Falcoris, I'll need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I knew it was
You stay
coming.
up there.
I would like to say Falcoris, knowing that he's not got a lot of time, is going to like hold the mirror and hold it in place, that he's got a direct line that this, if a lightning bolt hits from the sky, it will go straight to the door.
Cool.
So I don't know if you want me to do disadvantage because I'm practically standing in the fucking way of this thing.
No, that's fine.
Okay. So that is a not great. That is dexterity saving throw, right?
Please, yep.
That's only a 10.
Unfortunately, again, you fail. You take as this bolt hits the glass mirror and shoots out in a straight line towards the door. You take another 20 points of lightning damage.
I get a feeling you're not far from being down.
And you watch as you guys will see this lightning bolt arcs through the sky horizontally instead of the ones going down. It strikes the door, and the door, with lightning speed, ironically, goes shooting up. But then you see it.
Oh, fucking go! Go!
Yeah.
I will literally rappel down the fucking rope and do.
Yep, you will make as much haste as you can to get as quick through this door as possible. You're running as fast as your little legs will take you. One by one, you will make it through this door. It gives you enough time, even with you, Falcoris, to get there. As you enter the threshold, it takes about 10 seconds after you, Falcoris, for the door to shut.
Hey, you might need this. Pass Falcoris the potion of superior healing.
Yeah, okay, that could be useful. Where are we now?
Next room. I
See-
can't for the life of me remember what that heals.
Oh, you need to look that one up as well, because again, I can't, unfortunately, as well. You pass into a room that was previously promised. It's cold here. There's a slight breeze that, as gentle and as slow as it is, it still pierces you and leaves you shaking. Even Calanthe might have to admit it's a little bit nippy here. Just a bit, though. You look through the door, or you look in front of you, and you are a little bit taken aback as you see a huge glacier blocks your path. You sort of take a second. You can faintly see the outline of the door before you, but you can't make out if there's any words in it. But as you sort of look behind, you can see the door you just passed through instead has some words. And the words, again in Draconic, so Rune, Eisner and Keep, whatever it may be, simply say, pass through.
Okay, is the door, like, in the glacier?
No, so the door you're trying to get to, yes, this glacier is blocking it from tip to tip. You don't know if the actual door itself is covered by the glacier, you can't see through it, but you know that at least to get through it, you are going to have to pass through a glacier somehow. And again, you can't go over it, as this goes from floor to ceiling also. This large body of ice.
I am going to take that potion, by the way, and we found out it's 8d4, sorry. I was going to say 8d8.
Fantastic, so roll your die and heal up the amount.
I'm assuming after it's been communicated to us what it says.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fucking helpful, and I will take my axe and put my Rite of Flame onto it.
Nice.
And then essentially just start hacking away, trying to get through.
Make a no attack roll needed, because again you can't really miss a wall. Instead just roll straight damage.
Watch me.
Damage stuff.
I healed 25 points.
Fantastic. That basically takes off a lightning bolt. That's quite nice.
Yeah, but the first line of...
It's true.
That is hold on. 18 for one.
18. You slice in, and again, the extra fire, you begin to push back through, and you make an 18-foot sized hole in front of you.
Damn. Okay.
Bloody hell. Do it again.
Yeah, I'll continue, I guess.
Well, as you begin to walk through, as you pass that threshold behind you, before anyone else can walk through, it seals off.
Oh, you gotta... It's freezing, huh?
And it does begin to refreeze for another 5 feet towards you.
Huh.
Or I'm gonna go fucking attack the way back that I came so I can get out.
I think your minimum damage passes that one there, so you can
Yeah,
get through to your companions.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, you have to like We need to huddle up very closely.
Not to fall into previous mistakes, but I do have a flask of oil.
No. No.
Let's go.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Absolutely not.
Just saying.
I love I
No,
can hear
I'm
Taylor
not.
laugh through
I am not saving you again.
Anna's mic. Oh, yeah.
I love hearing Taylor's laugh around his mic. It's like one of the best things. It's-
It's nicely tuned, you know.
I love it.
Does anyone else have a means of creating fire?
I mean, I don't have means, but I'll try. I'll use Eldritch Blast and I'll try and blast away the ice.
No damage.
So that is a 6 and a
Hold on a minute.
3. So that's 6 and 3,
Can,
9.
You make a 9-foot gap that you can pass through.
All right.
Can
Well,
Joel
I
use
can
the
keep
dragon
blasting.
rod? Not blast it with the dragon rod, but the dragon rod's like hot, isn't it? Because it's
It's warm.
metal infused with dragon fire. Well, that and it says pressing the tip will ignite things, so gotta be hot, right?
It's not hot to the touch. Even the tip that you test out is not hot to the touch.
So if I stab it against the glacier, nothing happens.
No.
Huh, worth a try, guys.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be enough.
Some people get behind Cal and Faye. Some people get behind me because I can blast and I can keep blasting.
So anyway, I started blasting.
And literally,
Can
I
I
wait
get-
and just start blasting with my Eldritch Blast.
Excuse me. As Falcoris, you pass through the threshold with your Eldritch Blast. The second before anyone can step behind you, it seals off. It's almost like it is made for one person at a time to walk through.
In that case, Joel will pull out his mace, because that'll be a lot better than his sword. And Joel will start whacking.
Cool. So are we all going through individually? Well, we have to, but how are we all doing this? So Falcoris, you're going to Eldritch Blast this one. Joel, you're macing it up.
Can I wait until someone is like just about to go through the door and then just misty step through?
You can try.
I swear to God, if I have to dig you out of a glacier. I've pulled you out of a whale.
Like,
I'm not pulling you out of a glacier.
it's just rogue cleric bonding, am I right?
Yeah, until your leg gets frozen and you decide I'll melt the ice by setting myself on fire and running through the glacier.
Well, everyone kind of vetoed that first option.
It should never have been an option.
Well,
He's coming or not? Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and misty step as soon as someone goes through the door.
Okay.
Joel's going to batter his way through.
Lavender, I think guess count you're still going to use your flaming axe, aren't you? Yeah. Yep. And Lavender,
Yes,
I
sir.
believe you've got a sword, Lavender. I believe you have a rapier, or a sword. of
short
some
sword, I
description.
I have
isn't it?
2 short swords.
Yeah. You can start swinging with that.
Bullshit, bro. Some bullshit.
Just start throwing hands at the glacier.
So actually, let me get.
This is unfair.
What you do, Taylor, right?
I'm
Get some
about
hand
DM.
wraps on and just start beating the shit out of that wall.
I also don't know where my animals are at this point.
Just
Point that out.
To be fair, we always lose track of the animals. I don't know how we make it through half the puzzles and Brownie's just there. We just assume it happens, okay?
I mean, I always want to ask and then I don't want to interrupt. So
They just happen. They just appear.
Exists.
how are they gonna get through ice though?
We set Brownie on fire.
We turn him into a polar bear.
Could just assume that he's attacking with you.
Yeah.
Couldn't we?
He's clawing at the ice.
Like,
I'm
because you
gonna
can,
need
you
it with
can,
2
because you
fucking
can
short
occupy
swords
the
and my
same space
strength,
as you and
bro.
Brownie can occupy the same space.
With your
Yeah,
short
yes,
swords,
eh?
use your dexterity.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
even better. So
yeah.
use your dexterity to attack. That's
Okay.
damage. So it's not quite as bad for you then as you might have been initially.
Oh really? This giant ass piece of ice and 2 short swords is gonna be a great when
Bro, one damage makes one foot. Like, you're fine.
Shut up with your magic. Okay? You can't speak here.
Shit, magic man. Joe,
Be quiet, magic man.
make a
Yes.
damage roll for me, please.
Okay, I just have to 1d6 bludgeoning. That's what it is.
Plus your strength modifier, obviously.
Yeah, but that's only 2. So that's not a d6, that's a d20. Oh, well done, Lewis! I was wondering, I rolled a d6 and I got 12. That's a 7.
7. You make a 7-foot hole in front of you.
I'm assuming I just keep going after that. Like,
You
I'm assuming
run
that's how we're
through.
doing this. Just
You run through, and as you begin to run through, you watch obviously the ice behind you begins to reform and refreeze, for lack of a better term, and it moves 1 foot towards you. Count
I'll
here.
just hit the next one.
Oh, it's gonna go around just to make sure because
All right.
if people basically get, you might want to help each other out at some point depending what happens. So I'm just gonna do it in like not initiative, but there is a turn base to this. If that's okay. Count here. Make your attack.
That is. God. Fucking, like, I don't know. I think that's 15, I think.
15. Again, you make a nice little 15-foot hole in the ice. Behind
Cool.
you, it refreezes by 6 foot.
Oh,
Lavender.
I don't like this.
Fight the ice.
Break the law. Break the law.
This isn't gonna go well.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Oh, that's great. And now what? That's fucking fantastic.
Well, it's just for damage. This is just, you're just rolling damage.
And now, oh damn,
Yeah, you're just rolling damage.
Damage roll, yeah, sorry.
I'm confused.
Because you don't. It's
That's
it's
still
hard.
not one.
Wow. Well, I mean, yeah. Okay.
Plus your dex.
Yeah. Plus
Oh, wait, I have-
8.
No, my dex is +7.
Yeah, but it's your dex
Wait, no, not
plus
not
proficiency,
+7.
isn't
That's
it?
my 6
No, not for damage.
Okay. Well, then yeah, just play 5 then.
+4. Yeah, +4. I was
So you go 5 foot in.
8.
5. Behind you, the wall freezes by 2 foot. Kilogram's just left, so I'll come back to you. Falcoris,
Oh, sorry. I'll roll now.
you blasting, yeah?
Yeah. That's 12 points damage.
Yep, so same again, you make a 12-foot hole. Behind you, it freezes by 5. And god damn it, Kelgorm. We'll circle back to him. If we need to give him 2 turns, we will. Joel, you again?
That's 5.
5. Behind you, it freezes also by 5.
Okay, I'm winning still. I'm ahead.
Calthier?
Sorry, what?
Roll
Damage,
damage.
please.
Sorry.
No, let's take your time, bro. I did say Calthier. I didn't actually like elaborate on anything else. Sorry.
8 plus fucking 13.
13 points of damage. Perfect.
Yeah,
No, and then
Joel's
plus
a
4,
bit of a weak
Oh,
boy.
which is like
13.
something.
17.
17.
You are getting a very, very good away from this ice. As it only works 10 feet.
And I'm
or
using
4
the
behind.
axe is a d12. I got a plus 5 on that, and then I got my 1d4 on top of
Nice.
that.
So you're carving a very strong path. And
That might
I'll
actually be
say-
more now. I need to
I'll come
check
back
that.
to you in 2 seconds, Calthier. Kelgom, now that you're back, can you roll your damage, please, to see how far you push through?
What are you using?
Again,
Are you just using a dagger?
I was planning on waiting for someone to get
Oh,
to the
you-
end of the Misty Stepping through.
You're going to try and Missy Step. Okay.
Who are you
Yeah.
following?
Do me a favor.
Just
then.
whoever gets there first.
Make a perception check to see if you can ascertain how far deep this glacier goes.
Okay. Oh shit. 25.
25. You think this glacier goes about 30 feet.
Okay. So I can make it in one Misty Step.
Peering through the ice, and also Calanthier,
Hmm?
you two notice, as you're now quite deep in the ice, Calanthier. No, actually, fuck, you've cleared it. Jesus, well done. I just realized that it's 30 feet. You do 32 and 2 attacks, you're out. Well done. As
I wasn't even
you
using the right dice. I was underselling my damage.
fair
I
enough.
just realized that.
You look over your shoulder and pass through, and you, Kel, going from peering, trying to investigate, and you, Calanthe, from being there. There's a body in the ice. Humanoid. No more distinguishable features as the ice sort of makes it hard to ascertain.
I'm kind of curious. I'm not gonna lie.
Lavender.
Hey, if anyone can make it easily, it's you.
Yeah, I'm
You made it in
tempted to,
2
but what if
turns.
he's alive, bro? Like,
Well, then Joel will go for him if we get out the other side and you tell him.
yeah, fair. I suppose.
Joel's the healer.
Lavender, if you could do me a damage roll, please, to push your butt through.
7.
7, fantastic. So you are now there. The wall behind you, heals 6. The wall is quite close behind you, but 4 feet away behind you. Kelagom, you're just holding fire just now. Falcoris?
Ooh, an 8. Ooh, and another 8. 16.
Ooh, 16, Jesus, nice.
Nearly through.
Yeah, 2 seconds. If I can work out fucking basic maths, that'd be handy. But I can't, so I'm gonna get a calculator because you missed that. I'm not lazy. 16, yeah?
Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
am I doing... Have I been doing this wrong? Is Eldritch Blast not D10s?
It's D10s, yeah?
I've been rolling D8s.
No, you peasant.
Oh
Yeah,
well.
I've been rolling d4s for my magic for ages when it's been d6.
Oh well. Well, there you go.
So again, you are just on the cusp of getting through this ice. Like, you can see the edge, like, is right there. And the ice behind you is quite far behind you. Joel?
Suppose I should have been using my sword. I thought my mace would have advantage because it's bludgeoning, but my sword does more, but it's a bit late now.
You can switch weapons if you want. It's a free action.
Huh, alright, okay. I'll switch weapons, because that's now a d8 rather than a d6. Where is my d8? There you are. Oh, it's infinitely better. That's a 9.
9, beautiful.
Joel is on the move.
The wall heals behind you a wee bit. Calanthe, you're out, obviously. Do you want to go back in with this body since you said you're curious, or are you holding fire just now?
Yeah, I want to go for the fucking person.
Yep, you make her in a straight line, make an attack.
Okay, 7. That's just 10.
10. You get just before where this person is. You can tell that as you're getting close to them, they're elven in nature, grayish skin, wearing armor that looks familiar.
Do I want to leave him alive?
On, man, bring him
I guess
with
that's
us.
my turn. So
Take the armor at least.
Nah, bring him with us. We'll talk to him.
So I gotta wait till I get to get
Well,
around,
wait,
guys.
yep.
Yeah,
Lavender,
I'm patient.
if you can do me some damage.
Addy.
Thank you.
Very polite.
Oh, 6. That's a 10.
10, beautiful. Behind you, the wall heals only 3, so you get a good bit of breathing space from this wall right now as you manage to push through a wee bit further. Falcoris?
Yep. Just
sorry.
take notes. Oh. So that's 11 points of damage.
Yeah, the ice wall shatters as you find yourself stepping through to the other side.
I'll quickly look around if you don't mind, just to see what's in front of me.
Yep, you just see the door in front of you, but it's permanently open by the looks of things.
Okay, then I will turn. I know obviously this probably won't happen, but I will try and look for my enemy friends, and then I will blast. I will start blasting the ice to like create a hole for them to get into as well.
Cool. We'll have to come to that obviously next time, but that's absolutely fine. Joel, you're up again, please, with your damage.
Joel, just like everyone else, has been using the wrong damage dice.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's a d10.
Well.
It's a d10 for a longsword when you're wielding it two-handed, and because Joel's going through the ice, he's not going to be using his shield. So, 1d10, and then because it's proficient with the longsword, I can add my proficiency bonus in addition to the strength, so that's another +5. Joel could have already been through this fucking ice
No,
by
you can't
now.
add proficiency to your damage.
Is it not? And longsword, it's proficiency with a longsword allows
No,
you to add
your
proficiency
bonus.
bonus.
Attack
For the
bonus.
attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Damage is only your
Skipping to
strength.
damage.
still. It's good. It's better.
What'd you get?
Let's see. Shit, that's upside down. It's a 7. So that's 7 plus still my strength, so that's 9 again.
9. You just break through the ice.
Fucking
You go.
yes.
Count theory, you're going back in. So count theory, make an attack. Actually, your minimum damage you'll get to that person. You get
Probably,
there
yeah.
and you can see they fall into your arms.
Can I figure out if he's alive?
Make a medicine check.
That's medicine. Just a 10.
You think they're dead? You can't feel a pulse. They're completely blue. You think they're dead?
Gonna put my axe through its throat anyway.
They're definitely
Pretty
dead.
sure. Cool. Yeah. Cool. You know, I want to be sure. Want to be sure. You know, I
Yep.
don't want somebody to do it and then come back to life. You know, you don't want that. Okay, I'll drag his corpse back the way we came. Then.
Cool. So to drag, you'll be moving at half speed to get there.
That is
But
fine.
that's not a problem whatsoever. And the ice wall in that time, oh shit, has healed a fair bit. Cool. Not a problem. Lavender, Madamaggio.
Eight.
8. You, just like Joe, just break through the ice, like you're on the cusp of getting out, and you just shatter through and stumble out into the threshold of safety.
was good.
Prakoros, you're out.
Yeah,
so
but
what's
I will
left is
blast to help.
blast for count theory, yeah?
But well, so Lavender out.
Everyone's out,
Joel's
but
out.
Count Theory and Kelagorm's still at the other side of the ice wall.
Okay.
Yeah, just take that opportunity to miss the set now.
You don't make it through.
I don't. Oh fuck.
You've
Okay,
got to put in some graft, boy.
Yeah, let's just start whacking.
So I will use
Lazy
one
prick.
blast for Calanthere and one blast to start making a tunnel in the direction
Okay.
of Kelagorm. So the
Imagine,
first
like,
blast,
Kelagorm breaks the ice as you fire it, and he just blasts him back to the other side.
yeah, the first blast for Calanthere 6,
6, perfect.
and then
Thank you.
the other blast for Kelagorm's only 2 at the moment.
Cool. Not a problem. Kelagorm, start slashing for me.
Okay. So because I used the Mississippi's match and just offhand.
No, I'm saying
Dagger?
you get a chance to go, oh shit, that's not going to work, and then you just get your
Okay.
whatever you're going to use for damage, you can use for damage.
Do I still burn that slot?
You still burn the spell slot, yeah, because you did cast Misty
Yeah,
Step?
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Oh,
And then you don't get sneak attack against the wall.
yeah, I thought that. That's 11.
11, perfect.
Like I just offhand the dagger as well.
Perfect. So behind that, that heals that. Okay, next.
Offhand is 1.
Cool. Behind you, it heals that.
Okay, and then
I'll chorus roll again.
Yep, this time, instead of splitting it for Calanthere, and I'll be just straight for Kelagorm.
Cool.
That is altogether 10.
10. It will heal of that. Okay. And count fear, roll damage for you to get out of your side now.
Q. Oop. That's skewed as fuck. That. Come on. 5 plus 5, 10, 15.
15. There we go. So you can crack with that's your movement speed as well. So yeah, even with your half movement of trying to drag this body, you get out again back to the threshold of safety.
When he's out, can Joel, since he only might have died this turn, it's unsure, because someone almost decapitated him straight away, will spare the dying do anything?
You look at this person, they are oozing blood the consistency of jelly. They are very much dead.
So my medical opinion, were they dead a long time ago?
They've been dead a fair while. You're guessing within 24 hours they've passed.
In that case, I will wait for Kelagorm to get out.
Cool. Back to Kelagorm.
main hand.
Down there, that's fine.
Yeah, it's good. It got me good. Main hand and off hand.
Mhm.
So main hand is 8.
8.
Offhand,
There's a person
4.
screaming the music. Ignore him. He's
That,
not
that's the
nervous.
guy that Calthier's mutilated.
Basically.
And offhand was a 4. So 12 total.
Thank you. Ooh, let me change it. I don't want fucking someone screaming like that, man. It's not the atmosphere that we want. Someone's getting fucking flayed, man. Jesus,
You're
that's
right.
horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what happened. I didn't loop the video, so it's went from mysterious chamber to chambers of torture. That's
Oh,
what
lovely.
happened there.
That's where Joe grew up.
Perfect. Actually, with that as well, Falcoris's damage, you break through Falcoris's damage, but you can see that at Falcoris's end, no, it keeps healing. Ignore me. You can get through at that point.
Okay. I just.
Yeah, even then, I'll launch a couple of Eldritch Blasts like around them so it can. Yeah, I'll call them just to get him through.
Just to make sure you get the kill, not the ice.
Yeah.
And
Finally.
you will make it through.
Who's your friend?
He's taking a nap.
He's dead. He's very, very dead.
He's just sleeping. It's fine.
You put an axe through his throat, that rarely means they're
He's got his
sleeping.
head hanging off.
It's a head hanging off, and I literally mean like the blood is frozen and thick like jelly as it's slowly oozing out instead of pouring out.
Andy, can you remind me? I don't want to metagame. Did you tell us about Calypso's origin?
No, I don't believe I have yet.
Okay, then I will not say anything.
Just about Shadowfell. Actually, no, I don't think I said. I think I've just said that
Yeah,
it came from the ship. Yeah, no, I've told you about Calypso. No, I told you in the chamber of the other
I think
trial.
You told us she's a thing, but you haven't told us like.
No, I did. I told you during the trial. The trial
No, the revelations about her being.
Oh yeah, I've not told you about that. Yeah, I've not told you about that yet.
No, we know about her.
Real, but yeah.
Can I cast Speak with Dead on the man Calanthier just brutally? Well, actually, no. I'll wait until we're out of the chamber. We'll bring him with us.
One correction, woman.
Okay.
Could be the captain. I'm telling you.
That's what I was thinking.
So we will bring her out of the chamber with us, but how we get out, that's still up for debate, I'm assuming.
I mean, the door's wide open now that we're through the ice.
Oh, no more doors. Okay. I will drag her with us.
And you drag her with you into the next room, the next chamber, where another trial awaits you. And that is where we'll end tonight's episode.
Oh, fuck you.
It's getting to that time. It's actually past that time.
This
Okay.
is true.
It's a good session. It's fun.
You enjoyed it.
We're catching a dragon, boss. Catching a dragon.
Dungeon diving.
We should only be 1 or 2 more. Unless he's got some homebrew dragon
There's
races.
no homebrew dragons, don't you worry about that.
Yeah, because I'm going off of each chamber is like per type of dragon.
Black now.
So yeah, you have, well, as far as the dragons go, you have, let me get a list up here.
We've done acid,
Black
we've
was
done
that,
lightning,
yeah.
We've done bronze because
ice.
that's acid. That's
That's
lightning.
It's chromatic. It's chromatic.
Yeah, it's not the ones listed. It's
Same
just the
difference.
ones listed, so you don't have like the bronze and that sort of ones there. So
Yeah.
it's just black, green,
We've done
blue,
black.
white, and red.
Yes, we need red.
So we've done black, blue. No, black was the first one, right?
Green is acid.
No, black's acid.
They're both acid.
They're
To be
both acid.
really-
Oh,
To be really annoying, they're
Yeah.
both acid.
So we're
That's fine.
both incorrect and right.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Schrodinger's dragon. It is both acid and not acid until you know which color.
Well, again, thank you for the episode tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed your session. And to you, the lovely audience at home, I hope you enjoyed this proper dungeon dive. True D&D style. Again,
Well,
exclamation point Discord in the chat to come and join our lovely community. Thank you, Ghost Melon. Andy, anything else you'd like to say, throw on, or add?
No, sir.
Fantastic. Well, in that case, we are still on next week, I believe. Yep, I'm still free.
Yep.
So we will see you all for the Shazby Fear this time next week. Well, not this time. It's finishing time, 7:30 p.m. British Standard Time. In the meantime, I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening.